Your Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 10 minutes. Your Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 9 minutes. Your Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 8 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 7 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 6 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 5 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Your Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 30 seconds. Your Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 15 seconds.
Fremont Moo Baseball is on the air.
Next pitch, swung on and pulled to the right side, base hit. So Christian Hobbs turns on one and singles to right and gives the Moo their first hit of the ballgame. Here's the line and the 1-1 from Vasquez. Swung on and grounded to short, might be two. Cabelzon will get it to Bill on a waiver for one. Relay to first in time for a double play. The pitch. And that got to the backstop. Sweet's coming home. He's going to try to score, and he does, and the Moo win it.
This presentation of Fremont Moo Baseball is brought to you by the Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau, Inspro Insurance, Your Fremont Hy-Vee, La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, WC Plumbing, Heating and Excavating, Christensen Lumber, the LA Fireproof Door Company, Extreme Outdoor Power, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Methodist Fremont Health, Indra Mowing and Tree Care, S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse, Keel's Barbershop, the Nebraska Lottery, Fremont Electric, Coors Light, Yetchman's Heating and Air Conditioning, and Allo Communications.
Next pitch. Swale swings, hits this ball in the air, left center field, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit. Walking home is Palmer. Swales around first. He's on his way towards second, slides in there. Safe. RBI double by Ben Swales, and it's a 5-0 Fremont Moo lead. 0-1. Swung on and hit in the air. Left center field. This is hit well into the gap, and it is going to be back, and it is going to be over the fence, gone for a home run. Timing long. A 3-run home run to left center field, and the Moo extend the lead. It is now 5-1. Nichols winds. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3 to end the ball game. Trey Nichols battles through it, gets 2 strikeouts, and retires the Prospects in order in the ninth. 3 up and 3 down, and the cow jumps over the moon as the Fremont Moo defeat the Nebraska Prospects. The final score, 3-2.
Now let's head to the field, and with the call of the game, here's Rich Wright.
Good evening once again, everyone. Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont for a Friday night edition of Fremont Moo Baseball in the Independence League Baseball Association. Tonight, the Moo continue a portion of their 12-game homestand, and this is game number 10 of the 12-game stand, and they open up a 3-game series tonight with the Oahe Zap out of Pierre, South Dakota. Great to have you along tonight on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, KHUB, Fremont, Nebraska, FremontMoo.com/Mixler, and video streaming live at FremontMoo.com and on YouTube at BSDN Live. Well, the Moo are trying to get back into the win column, and for the first time this season, they have a 4-game losing streak. Last night ended up suffering a 9-7 loss at the hands of the Nebraska Prospects, and for the first time in over 2 years, the Moo were swept in a series at home as they bowed to the Prospects in 3 games. It was a ball game that saw Fremont jump out to a 6-1 lead at one point, but then a big 4th inning where the Prospects sent 11 batters to the plate and scored 6 runs, ended up putting the Prospects in front. The Moo would come back and tie it, but the Prospects pulled away with a run in the 5th and the run in the 7th, and then held on for the victory. The big bugaboo in the 3-game series was that the two teams had troubles throwing strikes. Pitchers really had difficulty finding the strike zone, and many walks, wild pitches, hit batters. And so the teams here in the second half, they're trying to get that cleaned up, especially for Fremont, and a way to try to snap their 4-game losing skid. Now, the Moo do have in their back pocket that they won the first half of the Independence Baseball League, and so they're guaranteed to be in the championship series in the first week of August, but they definitely want to play better baseball. And tonight they will have another opportunity against the Oahe Zap, who are 1-2 in the second half of the league. The Zap ended up dropping 2 of 3 games at Casper against the Spuds and come in for this 3-game series here this weekend. Oahe enters with a record of 6-24, and Fremont is 17-10. This will be the 4th time these teams have played this year, as the Moo swept a 3-game series from the Zap earlier this season. Say thanks to all of our sponsors that bring us our broadcast here this evening. They include the Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau, Inspro Insurance, Your Fremont Hy-Vee, La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, WC Plumbing, Heating and Excavating, Christensen Lumber, LA Fireproof Door Company, Extreme Outdoor Power, Tommy's Express, Methodist Fremont Health, Indra Mowing and Tree Care, S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse, Keel's Barbershop, Nebraska Lottery, Fremont Electric, Coors Light, Getchman Heating and Air Conditioning, and Allo Communications. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau welcoming weather as they welcome you to historic Moeller Field. Good news, we got some rain earlier today, so that's nice. It's cooled it off just a little bit, but it does feel sticky here this evening. And hopefully with the rain that fell on historic Moeller Field, it'll make it a little bit softer so those bouncing balls along the infield won't be bouncing as high as what they were and play a little bit more natural. Right now we have fair skies and 81 degrees. Humidity is up there, though. It's at 64%. It's a very light breeze tonight, which is out of the southwest, so it is blowing toward the left field foul pole, but it's only at 3 miles per hour. In fact, it just feels sticky and almost like no wind. Showers and thunderstorms are likely after 2 o'clock in the morning. So I've said that all week long. It seems like we're going to get rain, but it's not until our ball game is completely done tonight. We should bottom up at about 66 for a low temperature here this evening. So 81, our current temperature here in Fremont, and that's our welcoming weather, brought to you by the Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau, welcoming you to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. When we return, we'll continue with our Inspro Insurance pregame show and hear from Ben Asher, the head coach of the Fremont Moo. That's all coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Welcome to Fremont and Dodge County, where we invite you to play, shop, stay, and eat. Dodge County is where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Fremont and Dodge County have many hotels, campgrounds, and RV parks to suit any needs. Come explore the hidden treasures scattered throughout these vibrant, small town and sleepy rural villages that harmonize with nearby urban opportunities.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Our Inspro Insurance pregame show continues as we chat with Ben Asher, the head coach of the Fremont Moo, and they open up a new series tonight as they take on Oahe and the Zap. Well, you played a pretty good ball team over the last 3 days, and you're in situations to win. It just didn't happen, and now you got to put that aside and get ready for the next 3, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we did as a team. We kind of came out, we won the first half, and then we kind of came out a little bit lax in those games. We needed to play a lot better baseball. We did not pitch the ball well at all. I don't even want to count the number of free bases that we gave and how many of those scored. Be a statistic that you want to forget pretty easily. So we have to be better at that. I think we'll find our way. Once you kind of get a win, you come off a long break, you get a win for the first half, and then there's a lot that's lifted off your shoulders, but you got to remember we're still playing to get better here, and so got to find ways to fix that, play better baseball overall, and I think we'll be okay.
Although it was a loss and there were more walks than you wanted, you saw a little bit of improvement maybe out of Cole Hupke, Caden Van Hill. A couple of those innings look pretty good. Just players like that are trying to improve themselves need to put it all together, don't they?
Yeah, I think one of the great things for Cole is he came out and it was kind of a slow start, didn't have his best stuff, but then inning 2 really started to figure out, and inning 3, we agreed after we talked after the game, that was his best outing. He was effective. He went out with a purpose. Every movement that he had was fluid. His body was connected. It was exactly what I needed to see out of him. Now we just have to work on getting him to build up the ability to pitch more innings for us so he can go 4 or 5 innings into a game and not leave us as a long bullpen day. Caden Van Hill had a really rough first inning, and what I loved about him was next inning he came out and realistically shut it down. There another run scratched across the board, but that was poor defensive play by us that we didn't get him out of there, and he really should have put up 3 zeros after that. And so I'm proud of him for doing that. I think for him, he has to be able to come out of the pen and do that really early so he can be effective and be effective quickly. But there are guys that are improving, and that's what summer baseball is about. Second time you're going to see the Oahe Zap in a series, and in the second part of a season, this more than anybody, is that teams can completely look different, can't they? Yeah, absolutely. Right now we look a lot different than what we did the first half. So I know you look at last season, I think it was the Spearfish, the first half of the season, they were kind of middle pack, and then second half they really turned it around and became one of the best teams in the league. And so you have time to make changes with some of your personnel. If you've got guys that leave, you don't have your 10 players anymore, you have a full roster. So I'm intrigued to see where they're at. But overall, again, if we play good baseball, I think we're the best team in the league.
Who's on the mound for the Moo tonight?
Tyson Romero, really effective, really strong, has been very consistent for us all year, and I don't expect any different.
All right, Ben, thanks so much. Good luck.
Thanks, Rich.
Ben Asher, head coach of the Fremont Moo. More of the Inspro Insurance pregame show continues after a timeout. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Hey, Hy-Vee shoppers, this Thursday and Friday right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee, we have some amazing fuel saver specials. Stop by on Thursday for our one-day sale. With every $60 purchase, you will earn a 40-cent fuel saver. And swing by on Friday. It's Thirsty Friday, folks, right here in Wine and Spirits. You'll earn a penny per can on all of our beer and then a 10-cent fuel saver on any 750 milliliter or larger size of spirits and wine. So that means if you buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, you get a 30-cent fuel saver. That's right, it's Thirsty Friday, just in time for the 4th, right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee.
Getting closer to first pitch between the Fremont Moo and the Oahe Zap on your Friday night. Fireworks Friday tonight here at historic Moeller Field, as well as fireworks immediately after the ball game. So a lot of folks rolling in to watch some good baseball and take in some red, white, and blue coming up after this one here this evening. Well, let's take a look at what occurred in the Independence League Baseball Association from yesterday, an action that took place. Of course, the Moo falling to the Nebraska Prospects 9-7. The Badlands Big Sticks were winners over the Spearfish Sasquatch by a score of 8-5. And the Casper Spuds down the Oahe Zap by a score of 7-2. Games this evening have Oahe here at Fremont. Hastings is in Spearfish taking on the Sasquatch. And Casper is in Dickinson taking on the Badlands Big Sticks. So here's a look at the updated standings coming into action tonight. And a reminder that the Prospects and the Sawtooth Sockeyes, they are ineligible for postseason play as they are travel teams. But the Prospects are at the top of the league at 17-3. Badlands has an 18-10 record. That puts them a half game ahead of the Fremont Moo. Fremont is 17-10. Casper is 15-11. Sawtooth 6-5 in league play as a non-qualifier. Spearfish 12-15. Hastings 6-19, and Oahe comes in with a record of 6-24. So let's look at the standings at the Independence League Baseball Association. And the Moo that won the first half, whoever wins the second half will be the other qualifier for the championship series at the end of the year. If it's the Moo again, then it's the team with the best overall record at the end of the year who will be in the championship series coming up in just over a month in the first week of August. All right, it's time for us to check our starting lineups for tonight's ball game. The starting lineups are brought to you by your Fremont Hy-Vee. For a lineup that's loaded, shop your Fremont Hy-Vee. Go to HyVeeIslesOnline.com now and place your order. For the Oahe Zap, 6-24 on the season, 1-2 in the second half, coached by Jamie Hayberger. Leading off and playing shortstop is number 1, Trevor Seagraves. Batting second and playing second base is number 4, Jackson Mix. Batting third, doing the catching, number 31, Trenton Dukeshire. Batting fourth and playing first base is number 30, Jacob Trusner. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 28, Carson Trumpold. Batting sixth and playing left field is number 8, Colby Rich. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 5, Jared Heck. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 94, Yuki Gushi. Batting ninth and playing center field is number 88, Tyler Hoffman. For the Zap, it's Seagraves, Mix, Dukeshire, Trusner, Trumpold, Rich, Heck, Gushi, and Hoffman. On the mound for the Zap tonight will be number 3, John Patty. He is a left-hander out of Lassen College. The hometown is Santaquin, Utah. And Patty comes in with no record on the season and a hefty ERA at 12.32 on the year. That's the starting lineup for Jamie Hayberger's Oahe Zap. Now for the Fremont Moo, 17-10 on the season, 0-3 in the second half of the Independence League. Leading off and playing right field, number 17, Christian Hobbs. Batting second and playing shortstop is number 13, Ben Swales. Batting third, playing first base, number 21, Timon Long. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 26, Jason Willers. Batting fifth and playing third base is number 16, Henry Heyman. Batting sixth and playing center field is number 31, Neil Jansen. Batting seventh and playing left field and wearing number 39 is Andrew Kirchner. Batting eighth and doing the catching is number 32, Trey Nichols. And batting ninth and playing second base is number 11, Tyler Hummel. Again, for the Moo, it's Hobbs, Swales, Long, Willers, Heyman, Jansen, Kirchner, Nichols, and Hummel. And on the mound for Fremont tonight is Tyson Romero, the 6'5", 190-pound right-hander from Lincoln out of Nebraska Wesleyan University. Is off to a good start for the Moo. He's 2-0 with a 3.19 earned run average. So let's look at the starting lineups for this evening's contest, brought to you by your Fremont Hy-Vee. For a lineup that's loaded, shop your Fremont Hy-Vee. Go to HyVeeIslesOnline.com now and place your order. We'll come back with more, and our national anthem will be coming up in just a moment as well when we return. You're listening to Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hey, Hy-Vee shoppers, this Thursday and Friday right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee, we have some amazing Fuel Saver specials. Stop by on Thursday for our one-day sale. With every $60 purchase, you will earn a 40-cent Fuel Saver. And swing by on Friday. It's Thirsty Friday, folks, right here in Wine and Spirits. You'll earn a penny per can on all of our beer, and then a 10-cent Fuel Saver on any 750 milliliter or larger size of spirits and wine. So that means if you buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, you get a 30-cent Fuel Saver. That's right, it's Thirsty Friday, just in time for the 4th, right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee.
La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. La Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Calling your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9909 or order online at LaHaciendaFremont.com. They cater too.
Back at historic Moeller Field, Rich Ray along with you on Big Dog Country. It is game number 29 of the Fremont Moo season. I beg your pardon. I'll do my math better. It's game number 28 of the Fremont Moo season. And the Moo officially, after last night's ball game, we're at the halfway point record-wise. The first half of the schedule wrapped up last weekend. And now the Moo are trying to get their first win of the second half of the schedule. So both teams have been introduced. They've made their way to their respective baselines, and we're going to get ready for the national anthem this evening. Tonight's national anthem is being performed by Cassie Brubitz.
National anthem performed by Cassie Brabeck.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem, performed by Cassie Brubitz. First pitch between the Moo and the Zap is coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. La Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Calling your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9909 or order online at LaHaciendaFremont.com. They cater too.
Gentlemen,
Here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
Take a seat right over there. Sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare, and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive.
It is time for Fremont Moo Baseball on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, KHUB, Fremont, Nebraska, AM and FM. FremontMoo.com/Mixler and video streaming live at FremontMoo.com and on YouTube on BSDN Live. As the Fremont Moo come in with a record of 17-10, 0-3 in the second half. The Oahe Zap 6-24 and 1-2 in league play in the second half of the schedule. Here's the defensive arrangement for the Moo this evening. In left field is Andrew Kirchner. In center field is Neil Jansen. And in right field is Christian Hobbs. Over at third base is Henry Heyman. The shortstop is Ben Swales. At second base is Tyler Hummel. At first base is Timon Long. Trey Nichols is doing the catching, and on the mound, Tyson Romero, the Nebraska Wesleyan Prairie Wolf, who is 2-0 on the season, and he this year will be making his third start. Tyson so far this year has given up 11 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. He's walked 5, struck out 16. The ERA 3.19. And Trevor Seagraves will step in, and here's the first pitch from Romero. And it is going to be down and away for ball one. We are underway, 7:06 p.m., and a partly cloudy sky and 81 degrees in Fremont tonight. The 1-0 on the way is outside for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes, and Trevor Seagraves batting .270 on the year with no home runs and 6 runs batted in. Romero to the line, the 2-0 pitch. And that found the strike zone. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Fremont wearing their purple tops tonight with the white pants, and the Zap are wearing almost a black-like top. It's a bluish black. Here's the next pitch, swung on and pop foul right side out of play. The count 2-2. So it's a mix of a dark blue with white and some yellow helmets. 2 balls and 2 strikes are in Trevor Graves, the shortstop. Romero's wind and pitch. And it's a slider that just missed. So the count goes full 3-2. Umpires this evening, Jason Seitz is on the bases. Joe Cassidy calling the balls and strikes. And the gentlemen are wearing their tan tops this evening. That's the first time we've seen the tan look from the umpires this year. The 3-2. Slider fouled out of play to the right side. We got just a good amount of rain this morning. It was nice and slow and steady, and the infield looks nice and green now. It's amazing just a little bit of water, what it does. Here comes the line, the 3-2 pitch. And slider called, strike 3 on the inside corner for out number 1. Seagraves caught looking. That one was headed toward him. He thought he was headed to first base on a walk, but it broke over the inside part of the plate, and that's the first out of the ball game. So 1 down, and that'll bring to the plate now the second baseman, number 4, Jackson Mix. Mix out of Gray, Georgia, plays ball at Southern Wesleyan University. He's hitting .263 with a home run and 7 runs batted in. He's a left-handed batter. So Romero will look in for his sign from Trey Nichols. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball up in the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Jackson Mix. Trenton Dukeshire will be next. So a little bit different change in the lineup tonight with Trey Nichols doing the catching. And Timon Long down at first base as the 0-1 is on the way. And it swung on to hit toward left. Andrew Kirchner fighting the sun. He can't find it, and it's going to be past him. And we'll roll back to the warning track. And out to second base with the double will be Jackson Mix. So just as I was about to make the comment, Andrew Kirchner has not played in the outfield yet this year. And on the second batter of the ball game, sure enough, the ball finds him as it's hit out to him, and he's got looking at that sun in left field, and he was helpless out there just looking into the sun. So it is a double for Jackson Mix, and that'll bring the catcher, number 31, Trenton Dukeshire, to the plate. Dukeshire out of Cumberland's. He's batting .314 with no home runs and 8 runs batted in. And Romero out of the stretch. The pitch to Dukeshire is at the top of the zone for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Trenton Dukeshire. Oh, that's a helpless feeling. I remember playing in the outfield as a kid, and the sun right in your eyes, and the ball's off the bat, and you've just got no idea. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball swung on a miss, strike 2. So Romero is ahead in the count here on Trenton Dukeshire, the 3-hole hitter. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second with nobody out after Jackson Mix recorded the sun-aided double to left field. 0-2 here on Dukeshire, right-handed batter. Romero's next pitch, slider, swung on, hit in the air towards center. 2 steps in for Jansen, now 1 step back to his right, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So Jansen will throw it to third on the fly, and Dukeshire flies out to center field for the second out of the inning. So 2 down, and it's going to bring to the plate now the cleanup batter, the first baseman, number 30, Jacob Trustner. Trustner is out of Iowa Lakes Community College. He's batting .241 this season with no home runs and 4 runs batted in. So a runner at second with 2 down. Here's the stretch, the kick, and the pitch by Romero. Good slider in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. What makes Romero so effective, tall, lanky right-hander, hides the baseball well. He's got a good velocity fastball, but he's got an outstanding slider. And it keeps you off balance. Here comes the 0-1. There's another slider in there for a called strike 2. So the count now, no balls and 2 strikes on Jacob Trustner, the first baseman, as Romero is trying to get the Moo out of the first. Firework night tonight here at historic Moeller Field right after the ball game. This could be fun. No balls and 2 strikes to Trustner. Couple looks to second base. Now a third, the kick, and the pitch. Fastball swung on a miss, strike 3 to end the inning. So Tyson Romero gets 2 strikeouts in the inning, and the Zap Strand a 1-out double. No runs, 1 hit with no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We played a half inning from historic Moeller Field. No score. Back for the bottom of the first in 1 moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
Now that's what a solid piece of wood sounds like. Look just past that left field wall at Moeller Field, you'll see Christensen Lumber, a solid lumber company for nearly a century. And there goes another ball into the lumber yard. Professional builders know Christensen Lumber is their home run hitter for quality materials. More contractors and woodworkers will tell you Christensen Lumber is the best choice to find quality cuts of lumber. Since 1923, Christensen Lumber. It's where the pros go. 714 South Main, just past the left field wall at Moeller Field.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gonna get to
Back to historic Moeller Field. Tyson Romero works around a 1-out double, and the Moo will swing the bats for the first time tonight. And let's take a look at the defensive arrangement for the Oahe Zap on this Friday evening. In left field is Colby Rich, and center field is Tyler Hoffman, and in right field is Yuki Gushi. Over at third base is Jared Heck. The shortstop is Trevor Seagraves. Jackson Mix plays second base. Over at first base is Jacob Trustner. Doing the catching this evening is Trenton Dukeshire, and on the mound is John Patty. Left-hander out of Lassen College, Sanquotin, Utah, the hometown. He has no record on the season, as Patty this year is making his 10th appearance, and this is his second start. Patty, as I mentioned, no record. He's given up 23 hits, 30 runs, 26 earned. He struck out 15, and he's walked 20. And he's hit 12 batters this year. The ERA is up there at 12.32. So the Moo will see if they can make some contact here against John Patty. Lefty versus lefty matchup as Christian Hobbs will lead things off. Hobbs out of Millard South and played his junior college ball at Blackhawk Community College. Steps in. First pitch to Hobbs is a breaking ball, which is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Hobbs batting .446 this season. No home runs, 16 runs batted in. Patty to the line in the 0-1. And Hobbs takes a breaking ball in there for strike 2. So Hobbs down on the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. Hobbs, Swales, and Long, the first 3 batters for Fremont in the bottom of the first inning. Patty winds, and now the next pitch. And it's going to be swung on and tapped on the right side. And Hobbs with good speed. Can he beat the throw? He will. It's going to be a base hit. Patty didn't get on over to first base in time, covering on the play, as Truster had to go to his right, and Hobbs, with good speed, was able to beat out that bouncing ball for an infield single. So the Moo have their first batter of the ball game, their first runner of the ball game, and that will now bring Ben Swales, the shortstop, to the plate out of Tiffin, Iowa. Ben's family's here tonight, and from the western Iowa area, and Ben's batting .242 with a home run and 13 runs batted in. First pitch to Swales is a breaking ball high and outside for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes to Swales out of Tiffin, Iowa, where he just redshirted at the University of Iowa. The Moo trying to manufacture something here in the bottom of the first with a runner on. Patty out of the stretch, and the pitch is high. The count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 on Ben Swales, time and long in the on-deck circle. 4th game of the year between these two. The Moo took the first 3. Counts 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch on the way to Swales, and that off-speed breaking ball is high and outside for ball 3. So Patty, first time with a runner on, falls behind with 3 pitches that were all up and away to the right-handed hitting Swales, and we'll see if he can make the adjustment. There's the stretch, the 3-0. Fastball, Swales turns and pulls this one foul down the left side out of play. So Swales had the green light on 3-0 and fouls it off. 3 balls and 1 strike on Ben Swales, the Moo shortstop tonight. Hobbs a light lead at first. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swales takes a breaking ball in there for strike 2. A little bit in on the hands, and he thought better of it not to. And so now the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 here on Ben Swales. Stretch by Patty in the pitch. And Swales swings. It's a bouncing ball towards short. Seagraves has it. He'll get it to mix second for 1. The relay to first is not in time. And the Zap will retire the lead batter in that sequence, the lead runner, and Christian Hobbs. So there's 1 down with Swales down at first base. And that's going to bring to the plate the first baseman, number 21, Timon Long. Timon out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and plays junior college ball at the College of Southern Nevada. Had a good start to the first half of the season. 6 home runs, 21 runs batted in, batting .270 on the year. And now a throw on over to first base will chase Swales back to the bag. Ben Swales is a major threat to steal. He leads the league in stolen bases this season. And we'll see how he does with a left-handed pitcher. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and Long swings and pops this one in the air. Foul territory right side, over by the side fence, and out of play. The count, no balls and 1 strike here on Timon Long, who's playing first base tonight. Yep, Ben Swales this season has stolen 25 bases. And we'll see if he'll be off and going here sometime in this at-bat. Here's a stretch and a throw on over. We'll chase Swales back to the bag. 0-1 here on Timon Long. So as a pitcher here, and that's why you put together a solid lineup, is that you got speed and you got power right next to each other. It's been concentration on Swales, then you throw it to Long, and Long can make you pay. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Swales goes, and the pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left center field. It's going to drop in there for a base hit. Swales around second, going to third. The throw is coming in. He will slide in head first. He's in safe. And that is a 1-out single for Timon Long. Kind of got that one on the hands and muscled it out in left center field. And Swales was off the pitch, had to hold up to see if the ball was going to be caught, and then advanced to third in the play. So Fremont has runners at first and third with 1 out, and brings up the designated hitter, number 26, Jason Willers. Jason out of Davenport, Iowa, sophomore at Morningside University in Sioux City. And Willers, 2 nights ago, had his best night as a Moo as he went 4 for 5 with a 3-run home run. Here's the stretch. First pitch to Willers, and a breaking ball that misses the outside corner for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Willers. Henry Heyman would be next. Tell you what, you put a lineup together where you got Long, Willers, and Heyman, 3, 4, and 5 in your lineup. That's a lot of pop right there. Here's the 1-0. Willers swings and taps this one off the end of the bat, slowly rolling up the first base side. Only play will be to first, and it's in time to get Willers, but Swales will score from third base on the play, and the Moo are in front by the score of 1-0. Well, just as I said, a lot of pop in the mat. Willers hits it about 2 feet up the right side, but it works as it is an RBI on the ground out for the second out of the inning. And Fremont now leads it by a score of 1-0. Timon Long down scoring position at second base. So that's going to bring to the plate the third baseman, number 16, Henry Heyman, the Melbourne, Australia native. Wrapped up action at Barton County Community College. And now Patty is going to step off the rubber as he and his catcher, Dukeshire, are going to get together and talk about signs with the runner in scoring position here. Remind you to make sure you take in all the happy hour specials at La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant in Fremont at 3140 East Elk Lane. Happy hour is Monday through Thursday from 2 to 5, and those are dine-in-only specials, and I'll talk about those throughout the ball game tonight. So here's Heyman stepping in. He's hit the ball well in his last couple of ball games. He's had multiple hits the last 2 nights. Here's the first pitch to Heyman. He swings and fouls this one back off the hands. The count, no balls and 1 strike. 0-1 to Henry Heyman. The Moo in front by a score of 1-0. An RBI ground out by Jason Willers, plating Ben Swales. Timon Long out in scoring position. Patty looks into Dukeshire for a sign now, and now we'll bring the hands together right around the chin and down to the chest. Here's the 0-1. And Heyman swings and fouls it back, and it's down no balls and 2 strikes. Good way to describe John Patty is that he is a soft-tossing left-hander, and he's going to keep you out on your front foot off balance. A lot of off-speed breaking balls, and we'll be trying to paint the corners. So the Moo need to be selective and be patient with their fundamentals at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch. And that's down in the dirt and got under and out Dukeshire and gets to the backstop. So Timon Long advances on that wild pitch. And so a runner at third with 2 down. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Henry Heyman. So Heyman with a base hit here could double the lead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Patty's next pitch. Heyman takes a breaking ball down and in. And the count now 2-2. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Fremont Moo lead it by a score of 1-0. John Patty looking into Trenton Dukeshire's got his sign. Now he's ready to deliver a 2-2 pitch. And Heyman swings and misses for strike 3, and that ends the inning. Off-speed pitch low that Heyman could not make contact on, and Patty has his first strikeout of the ball game. In the inning for the Moo, 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. We played 1 full inning from historic Moeller Field. 1-0 the Fremont Moo. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Fremont's place to be is the LA Fireproof Door Company. Beer, booze, burgers, and other stuff. Located at 325 North Main Street in downtown Fremont. Stop by and check out their awesome menu. The door is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Plus, the grill is open all hours the door is open. All items on the menu are available for takeout. Call 402-727-8911 to place your order. To see what's happening at the door, follow them on Facebook. That's the LA Fireproof Door Company, downtown Fremont. If you're in need of lawn equipment products or repair, contact the professionals at Extreme Outdoor Power at 805 South Broad Street in Fremont. Bring in your lawn equipment and get a same-day free estimate. Call 402-721-1905 for more information or to set up an appointment. Plus, check out the power equipment accessories Extreme Outdoor Power has available. You'll see why Extreme Outdoor Power is the #1 choice for lawn mowers, competitive pricing, customer care, financing, and free estimates. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 9 to 3. Extreme Outdoor Power, where they don't sell just mowers, they sell lifestyles. One inning complete from historic Moeller Field. The Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap by a score of 1-0, courtesy of an RBI groundout by Jason Willers, plating Ben Swales. So Tyson Romero will get ready to work the second inning. He'll be facing the 5, 6, and 7 batters for the Zap: Carson Trumpold, Colby Rich, and Jared Heck. Again, La Hacienda happy hour specials are Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5. You can buy any size margarita and get a small one for $1. $1 off specialty drinks and 10% off all bar spirits. That's at La Hacienda in Fremont. Here's Carson Trumpold, the designated hitter, stepping in. The line, the first pitch from Romero. He has a slider that misses the outside corner for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Trumpold, who's batting .278, no home runs, and 7 runs batted in. He's out of Viterbo University. Hometown is Monument, Colorado. He swings at this pitch and misses. The count evens up now, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 to Carson Trumpold. Romero working quickly. The 1-1 slider inside corner for called strike 2. So the count now 1-2 on Carson Trumpold. Romero nods from Trey Nichols and brings the 1-2 home with a little hitch in the delivery, and it's a little bit inside. It's 2-2. So fireworks tonight. Tomorrow is our Salute to Service Saturday, and saluting military veterans and active military personnel. The 2-2 swung on a foul back, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes as Romero changed his tempo a little bit there with his delivery. Sometimes he'll go with the slide step out of the windup, or he doesn't wind up all the way and just brings it home, and other times he'll have that high leg kick and let it hang with nobody on base. Here's the 2-2. Slider, inside corner, called strike 3. So Romero with another strikeout, and Tyson Romero has struck out 3 through an inning and 1/3. So with the 1 down, it'll bring to the plate the left fielder, number 8, Colby Rich. Colby is out of Oklahoma Wesleyan. Hometown is Sumner, Iowa. And Rich is batting 132. No home runs and no runs batted in. Romero out of the windup, and the first pitch to Colby Rich. Swung on and hit in the air to left pretty well. Kirchner's going back. He's going to look as this one is going to bounce off the fence. Kirchner picks it up off the warning track and will toss it back in and quickly gets it into the infield to hold Colby Rich to a long single. So Rich singles off the left field Moeller Monster, and the Zap have a base runner at first with 1 down here in the inning. So that will bring to the plate the third baseman, number 5, Jared Heck. Heck is out of Spring Hill College, and the hometown is Covington, Louisiana. Heck is batting .220. He's got 1 home run this season, and he's knocked in 4. So second straight inning at the Zap have a base runner. Here's the pitch, and it's a slider, and it's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Well, I know that Chad Miller, the managing partner for the Fremont Moo, I think either he or someone was able to get some mowing done on the field overnight. And with that rain, sometimes that'll bring things up out of the ground. I don't know if you saw it right before the ball game, and I'll explain it after this 0-2 pitch comes from Heck. Here's the pitch. Swung on a foul to the right side. But right after the national anthem, the teams are getting ready. Just to the left of the home plate area, there was a little tiny garter snake that was about 6 inches long that was right along the ground. Connor McGonigal, the assistant coach for the Moo, was trying to, step at it with his right foot and kind of stab at it. Here's the 0-2, and it's high for a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Connor would be your city boy, and then you've got Trey Nichols, the catcher, who's your country guy. Trey just reached down there and grabbed it and threw it down, threw it down the left apron. The 1-2 is swung on a miss for strike 3. So the count on no ball, 2 down here in the inning is another strikeout. Jared Heck strikes out, and that's the second out of the inning. So that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, number 94. This is Yuki Gushi. Gushi is out of Hiroshima Shudo University, and he's from Hiroshima, Japan. He's looking for his first hit of the year. The first pitch is swung on and foul back. No balls and 1 strike. I am not a snake guy. Can't stand them at all whatsoever. I had 2 bigger fears in my life, snakes and heights. Those are the 2 big ones. The height one I'm working on. Here's the 0-1. Next pitch swung on a miss. It's 0-2. But snakes, nope, not my thing. And I can remember a few baseball stories about snakes over the years. If we get time, we'll share them here tonight. Here's the 0-2 from Romero, and it's swung on a miss for strike 3 to end the inning. So Tyson Romero ends up striking out the side. He's got 5 strikeouts and 2 innings of work. That'll do it for the Zap in the second inning. No runs with 1 hit with no errors and 1 runner left on base. Through an inning and a half, it's 1-0 the Fremont Moo, and we're back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Tommy's Express Car Wash on East 23rd in Fremont. Have you given the Unlimited Tommy Club a try? Just download the Tommy's Express app, and guess what? When you download it now, you get your first month free. That's the Tommy Club, keeping your car clean every day. Wash as many times as you want each month. The Tommy Club starts at just $24.99 per month. Sign up today at Tommy's Express Car Wash in Fremont.
When does a moment become life-changing? How can today make the difference for tomorrow? When envisioning what kind of future is possible, the challenges never stop. And neither do we. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Back at historic Moeller Field, we go to the bottom of the second. It is a 1-0 Fremont Moo lead, and Tyson Romero with 5 strikeouts through 2 innings of work, looking sharp to begin things. So it'll be Neil Jansen, Andrew Kirchner, and Trey Nichols against John Patty, the Santaquin, Utah native, who is on the mound tonight for the Oahe Zap. And through the first inning, Patty gave up 1 run off of 2 hits, and he had 1 strikeout. So Neil Jansen will lead things off. Jansen out of Cypress, California, a freshman at San Jose State. The Division I talent is batting 154 with 1 home run and 8 runs batted in. And Patty into the windup, and here comes the first pitch. And it's going to be outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Neil Jansen. Jansen started things off with a bang with the Moo in his debut. He had a grand slam, then has struggled with the bat, but he has played solid center field for the Moo. As here's a pitch at the top of the zone for a strike, and the count evens at 1-1. He has made some plays in the gap that have been all D1 talent. You can tell he's a Division I center fielder. Here's the 1-1, and this pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Neil Jansen, the center fielder. Hits are even up at 2 apiece. 1-0 the Moo. We're in the bottom of the second. Game 1 of this 3-game series. Here's the 1-2 now. And Jansen swings, and he hits this one through the left side. Base hit. So Neil Jansen able to sit on that 1-2 pitch and smoke it in the left field for the leadoff single. That's going to bring to the plate now for the Moo, left fielder Andrew Kirchner. Kirchner, kind of a similar story as Jansen. Started off with a bang with the bat and has struggled a little bit over the last week and a half. See if he can get it going here for the Lakewood, California native. Lefty versus lefty matchup here is Patty now getting ready. And now he'll toss on over to first to chase Jansen back to the bag. Kirchner is playing ball at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV. So Patty now set. First pitch to Kirchner. Curveball, and it's in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Andrew Kirchner. Trey Nichols would be next. Talking about those snake scenarios. I can remember one playing as a kid, Legion Ball. In the middle of a ball game, a snake occurred. Here's an 0-1. It's inside, and it's now 1-1. This was at Sam Crawford Field in Oahu before they did the renovation of the facility, and they used to play football on that field, and this is before they renovated things. And I remember I think I was pitching a junior Legion game, so I was like 15, 16 years old. And our center fielder was a pretty good center fielder, and he was out there, and I turned around to make sure he's in position. All of a sudden, I see him kind of jumping up and down. He was doing like Connor McGonigal was earlier, just kind of stomping his foot at the ground. I was like, what is he doing? As this 1-1 pitch misses down low for a ball. It's 2-1. It was a bull snake that was out there, and that thing was about 3 feet long. And Chuck Salisbury was his name. And Chuck, he reached down, he grabbed that bull snake, and he chucked it over the center field fence. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it's a breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Andrew Kirchner. Neil Jansen down at first base with nobody out. Yeah, see what happens when you mow. You find things. 2-2 the count as Patty, a long look into Dukeshire for the sign, and now throws on over to first to chase the runner back. Kirchner batted in the 7th spot in the order, and as I mentioned, playing his first left field tonight for the Moo. Patty now set and the pitch, and this ball is going to be grounded foul up the first base side. Kirchner tried to hold back on that one and hit it off the end of the bat, so the count stays at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Andrew Kirchner. The Moo lead it 1-0 on an RBI ground out by Jason Willers in the bottom of the first. Patty looking into Dukeshner as they will agree on a sign here, and Patty with a good look over at Jansen at first base. The 2-2. Fastball is in the dirt and bounces away, and that'll be a wild pitch. That allows Neil Jansen to get down to second base. That's the second wild pitch uncorked by John Patty now in the ballgame. So a runner at second with nobody out and a 3-ball, 2-strike count on left-handed hitting Andrew Kirchner. The gap, the bigger gap, is in left center field for Kirchner if he goes the opposite way. Patty's ready, the 3-2, and Kirchner swings. It hits a ground ball on the right side. This will advance Jansen to third, mixes up with it, and tosses on over to first in time for out number 1. So Kirchner doesn't get a base hit, but he gets the job done by advancing Jansen down to third base with less than 2 outs.
Number 32, Trey Nichols.
So that's going to bring to the plate now the catcher, number 32, Trey Nichols. It's kind of fun at times to watch the mannerisms of these players. You've got some really young players, a few that just graduated high school, others that have played 1 or 2 years of college ball. And here's Trey, who is a senior at Midland University, and he's taking advantage of the COVID year as well. There's a pitch that's in there for down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Trey is, if he's not 24, he's 23 years old plus, and he's kind of like the old man on the team, if you will. The 1-0, he takes it upstairs for a ball. It's 2-0. When some players may not know what to do or things of that nature, he's got that blue collar type of mentality that just says, okay, let's go. Let's go pick this up. Let's go do this. Let's throw the snake out of here. The 2-0, and that's a wild pitch to the backstop, and that's going to score Jansen. It's now a 2-0 Fremont Moo lead. So another wild pitch by John Patty, the third. He is unleashed. And Fremont has a 2-0 advantage. So the bases are clear with 1 down, and 3 balls and no strikes here on Trey Nichols. So Patty now will work out of the windup with nobody on, working the third base side of the pitching rubber. The 3-0 pitch, and that's down in the dirt for ball 4. So Nichols will draw a 4-pitch walk. So the Moo get another base runner with 1 out in the inning, and that's going to bring to the plate the second baseman, number 11, Tyler Hummel. Tyler out of Nolensville, Tennessee, wrapped up his freshman year at Colorado School of the Mines, engineering major. Tyler's batting .228, no home runs, 7 runs batted in. Earlier this season, Tyler put together a 5-game hitting streak. Stretched by Patty, and now the pitch. Hummel takes a breaking ball, low and away. So the count, 1 ball and no strikes to Tyler Hummel. After Tyler, then it's to the top of the order with right fielder Christian Hobbs. 2-0 the Moo with the lead. We're in the bottom of the second. Patty's ready. Here's the next pitch. That's down low, and that got it underneath Dukeshire. Another wild pitch will allow Nichols to get down to second base. That's 4 wild pitches here on John Patty. So it's 2-0 here on Tyler Hummel. Brings up my final snake story of the evening. So back in the days of doing the umpiring work, umpires, they'll come out to home plate and you have a plate meeting. And so you exchange the lineup cards with both the coaches, go over the ground rules. And then after that's done, you look back behind and near the backstop, make sure that there's no baseballs or anything like that have been left there from warm-ups and things of that nature. Well, was getting done with a plate meeting one night and one day, I guess it was. It was a hot afternoon ball game. As Patty's ready to deliver a 2-0 pitch, and that is inside and misses. And the count on Hummel's 3 balls and no strikes. I look back near the backstop at one of the facilities, and I see something on the ground. I don't know what it is, and it is a garter snake that's about 3 feet long. It was dead. It got hit by the lawnmower earlier, but I was not going to pick that thing up. Here's the 3-0, and Hummel scoots away. Nope, actually it hit him. It did hit him, and so Tyler Hummel is hit by the pitch. And the Moo now have runners at first and second with 1 down in the inning. So that's going to bring the top of the order back to the plate now. And the right fielder, Christian Hobbs. Hobbs 1 for 1. He had an RBI single in the first inning, and then he got forced out at second base. But back to finish the story, I looked to one dugout, and I said, I am not going to get this. Somebody else get it. And so somebody was working at the facility and came out, picked it up, and disposed of it. As a breaking ball is down low. It's now 1 ball and no strikes. Probably shouldn't be telling these stories because somebody that doesn't like me now is probably just going to just plant one somewhere right near me somewhere. Craig, quit smiling. 1-0 the count. Here's the next pitch. And that breaking ball hits Hobbs. So Hobbs is hit by the pitch. 2 consecutive hit by pitch. Will now load up the bases with a 1 down. And head coach J.B. Habiger is out of the dugout here and just giving some encouragement. And so now Ben Swales will come to the plate. Swales is 0 for 1. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run his first time. So Swales at the plate with the bases loaded and 1 down. Here's the pitch. Swales swings and fouls one back. We count down no balls and 1 strike on Ben Swales. Time and Long, the first baseman, would be next. One run is in. Nichols is down at third. Hummel's at second. And Christian Hobbs is over at first. John Patty's ready, the 0-1. And that ends up hitting Ben Swales. So Swales gets hit by a pitch, and that will push across a run. So 3 consecutive batters hit by pitch by John Patty. Trey Nichols will score. And makes it a 3-0 ball game. And now Jamie Hayberger is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a trip out to the mound here to talk with John Patty to try to settle him in. You're listening to Fremont Moo Baseball on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, KEQB, Fremont, Nebraska, AM and FM, and FremontMoo.com/Mixler. And we invite our listeners on Mixler night to chat with us because later in the broadcast, we're going to start some Fremont Moo trivia tonight. Going to have some trivia questions for you, and the way to respond for us will be through Mixler. So if you are listening on the internet at FremontMoo.com on our website and going to the speaker that is located on there, that's the Mixler page, and or just FremontMoo.com/Mixler, which is MIXLR, then you can chat along with us live, and you can comment about the ball game and also answer the trivia questions that we may have. So here's Timon Long that steps to the plate now with the bases loaded and 1 down. And after the conversation with Patty, his pitch is swung on and fouled off to Jason Willers in the on-deck circle. He caught that off a 1-hop. No balls and 1 strike to Timon Long. 3-0 the Moo with the lead. Bases are loaded with Hummel at third, Hobbs at second, Swales is at first. All 3 of those base runners were hit by a John Patty pitch. Here's the 0-1. And Long takes a breaking ball in the outside corner for called strike 2. So Timon Long down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Long singled in the first inning and eventually advanced to third on a wild pitch and was stranded. The count, no balls and 2 strikes. Patty now ready. And the 0-2. And Long takes a breaking ball down low. Dukeshire able to block this one. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Oahe Zap, first year in the Independence League Baseball Association out of Pierce, South Dakota. And really looking forward to going to Hyde Park. Hyde Stadium is what it is. And Pierre coming up here later in the month of July. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Long. Next pitch, Timon swings, and he taps it foul. The count 1-2. So it's kind of an odd change in velocity where the Moo last night were facing Jackson Jelkin, who is probably going to get drafted coming up here in a couple of weeks for the Nebraska Prospects, who was throwing mid-90s last night. And then John Patty, who is throwing the off-speed breaking balls, and the Moo have to adjust as this pitch is high and outside. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's taking nothing away from Patty at all. It's just a different style of pitching. And so, but as a batter, you have to be able to adjust to those different styles, and sometimes it takes a bit. 2-2 the count on Timon Long. Patty, ready to go? The 2-2. And Long swings, and he's going to line it right back to Patty, who makes the catch on his backside, turns and looking to double someone off, but the Moo are able to get back to the bases. But a nice athletic play by John Patty when he followed through. The ball came off the bat, and a soft liner back to Patty, and he fell down to his backside in his follow-through, but made the catch. And Timon Long lines out to the pitcher for the second out of the inning. So with 2 down, it'll bring to the plate now the designated hitter, number 26, Jason Willers. Willers 0 for 1, an RBI ground out, scoring Ben Swales back in the first inning. So Patty out of the stretch with the bases loaded. We'll get ready to face Willers for the second time. First pitch, Willers swings, hits this ball in the air. Deep left field, back by the fence, and it's off the top of the fence. 2 runs are going to score. Now another runner coming around. Here comes the throw to the plate, and safe is going to be Swales. It's a bases clearing double for Jason Willers. And the Moo put 3 more up on the board. It's now 6-0. Willers gave it a ride, and it went about 3/4 of the way up the Moeller Monster. And Hummel, Hobbs, and Swales all come around and score. Now to make it a 6-0 Moo lead. Willers has knocked in 4 now on the night. And that will bring to the plate the third baseman, number 16, Henry Heyman. Heyman, the 9th batter of the inning for the Moo. 0 for 1. Struck out ending the first inning. So the Moo lead at 6-0 here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch, and Heyman checked his swing and fouled it off. The count is no balls and 1 strike on Heyman, the Melbourne, Australia native at a Barton County Community College. And he'll be announcing here really soon where he'll be continuing his collegiate ball. And this is what this league is all about. You get a lot of junior college players that have played a year or two of junior college ball and are looking to get to the next team or better their situation where they're playing. And then about this time of the year, then it's when the decisions are starting to be made about where they're going to go coming up in the fall to go to school and play in the spring. No balls and 1 strike here on Heyman. Next pitch. He swings. Hits this ball high in the air. Deep left field. Back by the Moeller Monster. And it is gone. A home run. Henry Heyman. A 2-run home run. And the Moo extend the lead. It's now 8-0. Heyman able to stay back on that pitch. And hits it high in the air over the left field fence. And the Moo have put up 7 here in the second inning and now lead by a score of 8-0. And Fremont bats around here in the second inning. Heyman, his second home run of the year, and RBIs number 11 and 12.
Number 31, Neil Jansen.
So the inning continues now for center fielder number 31, Neil Jansen. Jansen is singled. And here's the first pitch to Jansen in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Jansen. His first at-bat, as I mentioned, singled and advanced on 2 wild pitches. And then was able to come around and score as this pitch misses. The count evens now on Jansen. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. With the cloudy evening here tonight and the sun back behind the clouds, lights coming on here at historic Moeller Field here early. As the pitch is outside for a ball, it's 2-1. Mother Nature just couldn't give us enough sunshine today. I bet you she's got more in store for us later this year. 2-1 here on Jansen. Next pitch. Fastball in there for a strike on the inside corner. So the count 2-2. The Moo plated 7 here in the bottom of the second and lead the Oahe Zap 8-0. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch. Jansen swings and bounces a ground ball foul up the third base side. So the count stays 2-2 here on Neil Jansen. So after a frustrating offensive series against the Prospects, as far as the Moo consistently putting the bats together, off to a good start here. 2-2. And that breaking ball is outside. The count goes full on Neil Jansen. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now we see some movement out of the Oahe dugout as some players will head on down to the bullpen, and we might see a relief pitcher begin to loosen up. 3-2 from Patty, and Jansen swings and misses for strike 3 to end the inning. So Neil Jansen strikes out, and that's going to do it for the Moo here in the second strikeout of the ball game for John Patty. But the Moo send 10 batters to the plate in the second inning, and they score 7 runs, and they do so off 3 hits. There were no errors, and there was nobody left on base. We played 2 full innings of baseball, and the Moo lead the Zap 8-0. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Find your purpose with work that matters. Methodist is hiring for clinical and non-clinical positions throughout our health system. Join a team that's making a difference and take advantage of a range of benefits like medical, vision and dental, flexible scheduling, and tuition assistance. To find all of our opportunities and apply online, go to bestcare.org/jobs. That's bestcare.org/jobs. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Get the highest attention to detail and decades of experience with landscaping, excavation, and snow removal. The expert team at Indra Mowing and Tree Care has years of professional experience and the vision to make your home or business more inviting. Keep your customers and employees safe from harsh weather with 24-hour emergency snow removal. Call for a free consultation. 402-720-5944. Located at 240 West Jackson Street in Fremont, Indra Mowing and Tree Care is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Keep your property looking sharp with Indra.
Take a seat right over there. Sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare, and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess.
Back at historic Moeller Field, we go to the top of the third. The Fremont Moo leading the Oahe Zap by a score of 8-0. A big second inning for the Moo, seeing 10 batters go to the plate. And Henry Heyman with a 2-run home run, and Jason Willers with a 3 RBI double, the big hits in that inning of action. First three batters for the Zap in the third inning will be Tyler Hoffman, Trevor Seagraves, and Jackson Mix, 9, 1, and 2 in the order, as just wrapping up the first of two sprinkler runs taking place by the Fremont Moo here this evening. The kids going out and cooling off a little bit. So here's Hoffman. Tyler Hoffman's out of Iowa Lakes Community College. Hometown is Aberdeen, South Dakota. He's batting .333, no home runs, and 4 runs batted in. And Tyson Romero's first pitch of the third inning is swung on and bounced to Heyman over at third. He sets and fires it across, and it's in time for out number 1. So for 1 pitch and 1 down from Tyson Romero for the Fremont Moo. And one time around the order, it'll bring Trevor Seagraves back to the plate. Seagraves 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time. So Seagraves will step in here against Tyson Romero. The line and the first pitch on the way. Seagraves swings, and he's going to poke this one toward right field, and it drops in for a base hit. So Seagraves able to go the other way and deposit that into right. And 1-out single here for Trevor Seagraves. So next up will be the second baseman, number 4, Jackson Mix. Mix doubled his first time. He got helped out by a Sun-aided double to left field that Andrew Kirchner could not find. So Romero works out of the stretch. First pitch to Mix is high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Checking other action going on in the Independence League tonight in Spearfish, South Dakota. The Hastings Sodbusters are leading the Spearfish Sasquatch 3-0. This pitch is high and outside for ball 2. The Sodbusters and the Sasquatch. That's in the top of the third with Hastings in front. And in Dickinson, Casper is leading Badlands by a score of 1-0. Pitch in there for a strike to Jackson Mix. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. So in Dickinson, they are in the top of the second, and Casper leading that one 1-0. Those are the 3 games in the Independence League Baseball Association tonight. Romero's 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that one got past Trey Nichols. And down to second base will be Trevor Seagraves. So it's going to be a strike, but it'll also be a wild pitch that's going to be charged to Tyson Romero. And the Zap have a runner in scoring position with 1 down. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jackson Mix. Second time tonight Romero works with a runner out in scoring position. Here's the 2-2. Slider called strike 3 on the outside corner for out number 2. So Jackson Mix strikes out looking, and that's 6 strikeouts now for Tyson Romero, and there's 2 down here in the third. So the inning continues now for the 3-hole hitter, the catcher, Trenton Dukeshire. Dukeshire is 0 for 1. He flew out to center field his first time. So Dukeshire will step in, right-handed batter. And he's got a crouch stance in the batter's box as he'll get ready to work against Tyson Romero. Here's the kick and the pitch. And it's swung on and popped foul back behind us and out of play. Count no balls and 1 strike to Trenton Dukeshire. Game number 28 for the Moo, and we have not had a foul ball hit the press box yet. Shouldn't have said it. 0-1 here on Dukeshire. Next pitch. Ground ball to the hole at short. Swales has it. He'll set his feet and throw on over to first, and it's in time for the final out of the inning. So Trenton Dukeshire grounds to shortstop, and that's going to do it for the Zap in the top of the third. No runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We played 2.5. It is an 8-0 Fremont Moo lead. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. For top-notch trash pickup that is timely and professional, contact the pros at S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse in Fremont. Whether it's residential and commercial trash pickup you need, S2 is there for you. They also provide recycling services, plus yard waste disposal. For big projects, contact S2 about roll-offs to get the job done efficiently. Make sure to refer a friend to sign up for S2 services. If your friend mentions your name, you'll get 2 months of free service. It's just another way of saying thank you for choosing S2. Located at 439 North Main Street, call 402-727-6806 to sign up today. S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse.
Find your purpose with work that matters. Methodist is hiring for clinical and non-clinical positions throughout our health system. Join a team that's making a difference and take advantage of a range of benefits like medical, vision and dental, flexible scheduling, and tuition assistance. To find all of our opportunities and apply online, go to bestcare.org/jobs. That's bestcare.org/jobs. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Get the highest attention to detail and decades of experience with landscaping, excavation, and snow removal. The expert team at Indra Mowing and Tree Care has years of professional experience and the vision to make your home or business more inviting. Keep your customers and employees safe from harsh weather with 24-hour emergency snow removal. Call for a free consultation. 402-720-5944. Located at 240 West Jackson Street in Fremont, Indra Mowing and Tree Care is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Keep your property looking sharp with Indra.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gonna get to clapping.
Welcome back to historic Moeller Field. We go to the bottom of the third. It's an 8-0 Fremont Moo lead, and the Oahe Zap will go to the bullpen, and we'll bring into the contest number 34, Daniel Clark. He is a right-hander from Missouri Western University, and the hometown is Chandler, Arizona. And for Daniel Clark, he's worked 16 2/3 innings this season, giving up, making his 9th appearance. They've all been out of the bullpen, and Clark is 0-2 on the year, and he's given up 11 hits, 19 runs, 18 earned. He has struck out 9 and walked 21. He's got an ERA of 9.72. So Daniel Clark on for the Zap, facing Andrew Kirchner. In the first pitch, Kirchner swings and fouls this one back to our left and out of play. And they count no balls and 1 strike on Kirchner, who's 0 for 1. Kirchner grounded out to second base in the second inning. So the night is done for John Perry. Perry ended up going 2 innings, giving up 5 hits, 8 runs, all earned. Walked 1, struck out 2, and gave up a home run. As Kirchner swings and hits this ball high in the air toward deep right field. This one's back by the Industrial Building and off of it for a home run. Andrew Kirchner goes yard, his second home run of the season. And the Moo Bats have come alive here at historic Moeller Field tonight. A solo shot for Andrew Kirchner, home run number 2 on the year, and RBI number 4 for the Lakewood, California native. So Kirchner was able to turn on one. It was actually up on the bat a little bit where he hit it right by the label, but he was able to get all of that one to right field. So a 9-0 Fremont Moo lead, and brings to the plate now the catcher, number 32, Trey Nichols. Nichols drew a walk his first time, advanced in a wild pitch, and scored. So Nichols will step in as he will try to continue the hit parade. And here's the pitch. That sails all the way to the backstop. And count 1 ball and no strikes here on Trey Nichols. 2 home runs in the ball game. Henry Heyman with a 2-run shot, and Andrew Kirchner with a solo home run. Here comes the 1-0 from Clark. And Nichols swings and bounces a foul ball wide of third. The count evens up now on Trey Nichols. That is 1 ball and 1 strike. So Perry ended up with 4 wild pitches and hit 3 batters as well in the outing in the 2 innings of work. 1-1 to Nichols, and that just slides outside. It's 2-1. When Clark dips down and throws that slider, it is what you'll hear a lot of baseball players say nowadays is more of a sweeper. The 2-1, and Nichols pops this one straight up. Back behind, this should be into the grandstand. And it is out of play. Foul ball. Count now 2-2 here on Trey Nichols. Nichols, utility player. He's a catcher. He'll pitch. He'll play some outfield. And a snake grabber, as we saw earlier. Here comes the 2-2. And he swings to this pitch and hits it high in the air to left center field. But now it's going to drop in for a base hit. Hit off the end of the bat. Thought that one was going to be headed to the gap, but it more or less landed out into left. And Trey Nichols singles. So the first 2 batters able to deliver hits against Daniel Clark. And the inning will continue now for the second baseman, number 11, Tyler Hummel. Hummel was hit by a pitch his first time and then scored. He was one of 3 straight batters that were hit by a John Patty pitch. This pitch misses down and in for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Tyler Hummel. 9-0 the Moo with the lead. We're in the bottom of the third. Runner at first with nobody out. The pitch to Hummel. He swings and fouls it off. The count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike to Tyler. Top of the order, Christian Hobbs will be next. Nichols a light lead over at first. Clark's 1-1. And that one will sail high. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Hummel. 9 runs off 7 hits for the Moo. They've scored in every inning. Here's Clark. The 2-1. And that one's going to be a little bit up. So the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike on Hummel. We're in the bottom of the third. The Moo big inning the second when they sent 10 batters to the plate and scored 7 runs in the inning. 3 balls and 1 strike here on Tyler Hummel. Next pitch. That's going to break outside. That's ball 4. So Tyler Hummel reaches for the second time, this time on a base on balls. And the first 2 batters, well, I beg your pardon, the first 3 batters for the Moo have reached this inning. So that's going to bring right fielder Christian Hobbs to the plate. Hobbs tonight 1 for 1, singled in the first, got hit by a pitch and scored a run in the second. Clark ready, first pitch to Hobbs. He takes this one just above the letters for a ball, 1-0. Hobbs, top hitter in the league, 446 on the year. Here's the 1-0. And he swings, big cut by Hobbs that time, and came up empty. It's 1-1. Kristen, I think, was looking at the Andrew Kirchner home run earlier and wanted to try to duplicate that. About corkscrewed himself into the ground. Here's the 1-1. Hobbs swings at this pitch and pops this one into the air out behind second base. Seagraves, the shortstop, goes out. The infield fly rule goes into effect, and the catch is made to make it official for out number 1. So Hobbs pops up to short, 1 down, and that's going to bring to the plate now the shortstop, number 13, Ben Swales. Swales tonight is 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice and scored, got hit by a pitch and scored. So Swales will step to the plate. First pitch from Clark, and Swales takes this one for a strike. No balls, 1 strike here on Ben Swales. Clark will check Nichols out at second base and delivers the pitch. And Swales scoots away from one just inside. The count goes to 1-1. NBA free agency started tonight. Jonathan, I didn't see your phone ringing. Nobody offered you a multi-million-dollar contract yet? Okay. There's still hope. Here, a 1-1. Swung on and missed. It's now 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ben Swales. Daniel Clark brings the 1-2 home. And Swales swings. It hits this one through the left side. That's a base hit. Nichols is around third. He will be held up there as the throw from left field comes in, and that will load up the bases. So Ben Swales delivers his first hit of the ball game for the Moo. And the bases are loaded now for first baseman Timon Long. Long 1 for 2, singled in the first inning, and then hit a liner back to John Patty at the mound that he was able to catch for the second out of that second inning. So Long will step in. The Moo lead it 9-0, and the base is loaded with 1 down. Here's the pitch to Long. He swings, and he's going to hit one out to short. Seagraves has it, goes to third. You get the force. Throws back across the diamond to first, not in time. And so it'll be a fielder's choice and a run scores on the play. So Timon Long reaches on the fielder's choice, knocking in Trey Nichols. Tyler Hummel was forced out at third, 6-5 for out number 2. Ben Swales down to second. Timon Long is at first. 10-0 in favor of the Moo, and this brings Jason Willers to the plate. Willers 1 for 2. He's knocked in 4 already tonight. Here's the pitch to Willers. He takes a sidearm, off-speed pitch low for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Major League Baseball action going on today. In top of the second in Baltimore, the Twins are leading the Orioles 2-0. Kelly Johnson gives us a thumbs up. Here's the 1-0. Runner goes, swung on and foul back. The count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Swales was going to third base, and by the body language of Ben Asher right now, I think he's telling Ben, saying, there's no reason to try to do that when you're up 10-0. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here on Jason Willers. Clark is set. Checks the runner. The 1-1 on the way. and that is going to be outside for a ball. So they count 2 balls and 1 strike. Sometimes players, they're just aggressive. They know one way to play the game and things of that nature, but other times, as a coach, you've got to remind them when to do things and when not to do things. 2-1 the count here on Willers. Swales goes again. This pitch outside, throwing down to third, and Swales will be safe on the stolen base. So Swales does swipe third, and runners are now at the corners. So they count 3 balls and 1 strike. So maybe my guessing of what Ben Asher was thinking was completely off base. I could have been wrong. This is why I'm all the way up here and not all the way down there. 3-1 the count here on Jason Willers. Here's the pitch. Willers swings, and he's going to hit this one back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Willers with his 5th RBI of the ball game. And it now makes it 11-0 the Moo. 2 hits for Willers, 5 runs batted in. And Timon Long stops at second base.
Number 16, Henry Heyman.
So a 11-0 Fremont Moo lead here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring third baseman Henry Heyman to the plate. Heyman, last time at the plate, he had an 0-1 pitch off John Patty over the Moeller Monster for a 2-run home run. Pitch to Heyman. He swings and fouls this one back. It's no balls and 1 strike. Other Major League action going on tonight. Bottom of the 6th inning in Pittsburgh. Milwaukee leads the Pirates 4-3. They're in the top of the 8th in Toronto, where the Red Sox lead the Blue Jays 4-0. Top of the 7th inning in New York. The Mets lead the Giants 4-2. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Heyman hits a bouncing ball that is foul on the third base side. They count no balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th inning in Atlanta, the Braves lead the Marlins 11-3. And they're at the bottom of the 4th inning in Arlington, where the Astros and the Rangers are tied at 1. Houston and Texas playing each other tonight. You think that they might be splitting the crowd there, those fans from the Lone Star State? 0-2 on Heyman. Next pitch, outside for a ball, 1-2. The Kansas City Royals are at Kauffman Stadium tonight hosting the Los Angeles Dodgers. Top of the 4th there, the Dodgers lead that one 3-1. Clark checks the base runners, the 1-2. Heyman lays off a 1 outside. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 4th inning in Denver, the Rockies are leading the Tigers 5-3. And at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, the Yankees and Cardinals are in a rain delay. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Henry Heyman. Here's the pitch. That's outside. I tell you what a matchup for nostalgia for those 2 programs. The Yankees, who have 27 World Series championships, and the Cardinals, who have 11. Those are the top 2 teams that have had, as far as World Series titles are received, and those 2 teams playing each other this weekend at Busch. 3-2 to Heyman. He swings and fouls it off. And I think that was right off of his foot, and you have to shake that one off. Finals from earlier today, the Cubs defeated the Guardians at Wrigley 10-1. It was the Reds over the Padres 7-5 in 11 innings. The Nationals were winners over the Phillies 2-1. And there are 3 games coming up later on tonight. Arizona is at the LA Angels. White Sox are at the Oakland A's. And Tampa Bay is at the Seattle Mariners. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Henry Heyman. He'll step off the back of the rubber. So that is an updated look at tonight's Major League Baseball scoreboard. 3-2 the count on Henry Heyman. Here's the pitch as the runners go, and Heyman fouls this one off to the left side. The Moo have added 3 runs this inning. And it all started on a solo home run by Andrew Kirchner. Moo have hit 2 home runs in the ballgame and lead it 11-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Heyman. Here's the pitch. Heyman swings and hits a bouncing ball toward third base, and Hex got it. He'll toss it across the diamond in time for the final out of the inning. So that's going to do it for the Moo in the 3rd, but they put another big inning together as they send a total of 8 batters to the plate, scoring 3 runs. And Fremont does so on 3 hits. The big hit, the solo home run by Andrew Kirchner. There were, actually I beg your pardon, there were 4 hits in the inning. There were no errors, and there were 3 runners left on base. We played 3 complete. It's Fremont 11 and Oahe 0. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. For top-notch trash pickup that is timely and professional, contact the pros at S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse in Fremont. Whether it's residential and commercial trash pickup you need, S2 is there for you. They also provide recycling services, plus yard waste disposal. For big projects, contact S2 about roll-offs to get the job done efficiently. Make sure to refer a friend to sign up for S2 services. If your friend mentions your name, you'll get 2 months of free service. It's just another way of saying thank you for choosing S2. Located at 439 North Main Street, call 402 727-6806 to sign up today. S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Keel's Barbershop is a proud sponsor of the Fremont Moo. Established in 1973, Keel's is a men's old-fashioned barbershop with a relaxed atmosphere where you don't need to make an appointment. They do haircuts for all ages. Keel's is located at 88 West 6th Street in downtown Fremont. Call 402-727-9005. Keel's Barbershop, as good as the best, better than the rest. Back at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, Rich Ray with you on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, FremontMoo.com, and also on YouTube at BSDN Live. The musical chairs got a little bit more aggressive than I thought it was going to be there. As we saw that it was Blake Tablezon ended up winning that battle. Got to be careful with the little guys. Here's Jacob Trustner leading things off for the Zap here in the top of the fourth inning against Tyson Romero. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. No balls and one strike to Trustner, who's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging against Romero back in the first inning. Here's the wind and the 0-1 from Romero. Slider caught the outside corner, strike two. No balls and two strikes. Tyson Romero through 3 innings has given up 3 hits, and he has struck out 6. Romero's 0-2 pitch. Slider called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone for the first out of the inning. So Trustner caught looking. 7 strikeouts now for Tyson Romero, and there's 1 down here in the top of the fourth inning. So that'll bring up next the designated hitter number 28, and Carson Trumpold. Trumpold also struck out. He struck out looking in the second inning. First pitch on the way from Romero. Another slider in there for a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike to Trumpold. Colby Rich, the left fielder, would be next. Good tempo by Romero. Next pitch. Slider outside. Count evens up now at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Join us tomorrow for Game 2 of this series, 7:05 here at historic Moeller Field for our Salute to Service Saturday. The 1-1 pitch is swung and a missed. It's now 1-2. All active and military personnel will get into the ball game for free, and there'll be recognition for many of those veterans and service members throughout the ball game as well. Here's the 1-2 from Romero. Slider in there, called strike 3 for the second out of the inning. So Carson Trumpold strikes out, and there are now 8 strikeouts for Tyson Romero, and there are 2 down. So it'll bring to the plate the left fielder, number 8, Colby Rich. Rich had a 1-out single in the second inning, so he will step in and try to get something going for the Zap here in the fourth. The wind in the first pitch from Romero, swung on and fouled straight back. So the count is no balls and 1 strike to Colby Rich. Kind of a perfect scenario here for the Moo tonight. They played the most talented team in the league in the prospects and dropped 3 games to them and are hungry and angry and looking for a win. And then you've got Oahe, who's just coming off a 9-hour bus trip as Rich swings and fouls this one to the left side and out of play for strike 2. And Oahe has put together 6 wins on the season, but won the first game that they played here in the second half. Romero, now with the 0-2 pitch, and that is going to be a pitcher's balk here, I believe is what it's going to be called here, so or a violation of some sort. Romero picked up his leg and just kind of let it hold there for quite some time, and Joe Cassidy says, no, that's illegal. Here's the 1-2. And that slider swung on and missed for strike 3. Nichols picks it up, tosses it down to first in time for the final out of the inning. So Tyson Romero ends up striking out the side. He's got 9 strikeouts through 4 innings of work, and the Zap retired in order here in the fourth, 3 up and 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning where the Moo lead the Zap by a score of 11-0. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Play Powerball and Mega Billions from the Nebraska Lottery. You have a chance to win millions. Not only does the Nebraska Lottery give you a chance at winning it big, the Nebraska Lottery is given back to the state in the tune of $923 million. Play Trucks and Bucks for a chance to win one of 8 blue Ford F-150s. Chances of winning are 1 in 336,000. Powerball drawings occur on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday nights. Other games included a Nebraska Pick 5, Lucky for Life, Pick 3, My Day, and 2x2. Stop by a Nebraska Lottery retailer and pick up a ticket or one of the many scratch-off games that are available. The Nebraska Lottery. Must be 19. Please play responsibly. If you are in need of electrical services in the eastern Nebraska area, contact Fremont Electric Company. They provide free estimates, are competitively priced, and same-day services available. Fremont Electric employs top-quality electricians. In business since 1974, Fremont Electric provides installation and repair services for your industrial property, plus top-of-the-line installations for commercial properties as well, serving Fremont, Blair, and surrounding areas. Fremont Electric is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. with 24-hour service available. Call 402-727-4932. Fremont Electric. Back at historic Bowler Field in Fremont, Rich Ray along with you on Big Dog Country, FremontMoo.com, and also on YouTube at BSDN Live. Head coach Ben Asher was asking Joe Cassidy for the explanation on Tyson Romero's ball that was charged to him, and he said that he picked up his leg and then practically put it to the ground, then pitched again. So it was a ball, but it all ended up working out. Here's Neil Jansen. Jansen's 1 for 2. First pitch from Clark, and Jansen takes this pitch upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Neil's 1 for 2 with a single and scored a run in the second. Struck out swinging in the third. The 1-0. He swings at this pitch and misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Actually, both plate appearances for Jansen were in the second inning, as he was the first and the 10th batter to step to the plate. Here's the 1-1. Jansen holds off of a pitch just above the hands. They count out 2 balls and 1 strike to Jansen. Jansen, Kirchner, and Nichols, 6, 7, and 8 for the Moo here in the bottom of the 4th inning, with Fremont leading 11-0. The 2-1. And Jansen swings, muscles this one out towards short, and Seagraves goes up and is able to haul it in and take away a hit for out number 1. So Seagraves showing his leaping ability, and Jansen pops out to short for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. So 1 down, brings up the left fielder, number 39, Andrew Kirchner. Kirchner 1 for 2, grounding out to second in the second inning. And last inning, hit an 0-1 pitch off Daniel Clark off the industrial building in right field. He swings at this pitch and fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike to Andrew Kirchner. Trey Nichols will be next. So after this 3-game series, the Moo will head to Hastings for 2 games on Monday and Tuesday, and back home on Wednesday night against the Sodbusters. This pitch is well outside for a ball. And the count evens now at 1 ball and 1 strike to Andrew Kirchner. The Zap, after this 3-game set wraps up, they travel back home to Pierre and will take on the Nebraska Prospects coming up on Monday next week. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Kirchner. 1 out with nobody on, bottom of the 4th. Here's the next pitch, and Kirchner swings and swung over the top of it and misses. And the count now 1-2 on Kirchner with Trey Nichols in the on-deck circle. Moo have scored in each inning, 1 in the first, 7 in the second, 3 in the third, and batting now in the 4th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Kirchner swings and fouls it back. This count stays put at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on Andrew Kirchner. Well, I think that we learned that the Fremont Moo playing the Nebraska Prospects have seen the Prospects one of the more talented teams in the league. Here's a pitch that swung on a miss for strike 3, off-speed pitch by Clark that Kirchner was out in front on. And Daniel Clark with a strikeout, his first. So there are 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's going to bring to the plate the Moo catcher, number 32, Trey Nichols. Nichols tonight is 1 for 1, walked and scored in the second inning, singled and scored last inning. So Nichols steps in with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch, and Nichols bends away from one inside. They count 1 ball and no strikes. But next weekend, the Moo get the Prospects again. They came in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next weekend at historic Moeller Field. Here's the 1-0. Nichols swings. He hits this ball in the air towards center field. Here is Hoffman. He reaches up, and he'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. So Nichols flies out, and for the first time tonight, the Moo are set down in order, 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the 4th. After 4 completed innings, the score remains the Fremont Moo 11 and the Oahe Zap 0. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Pop open a crisp, cool, refreshing Coors Light. As cold as the Rockies. Mountain cold refreshment. Cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. Coors Light. Cold lager below freezing for a lighter, crisper taste. Cold filtered for a bright appearance, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. When the mountains turn blue on your Coors Light can or bottle, it's as cold as the Rockies. Enjoy a Coors Light today. Must be 21 or over. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Contact the technicians with the G-Force team at Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your heating and AC needs. Whether your unit needs a tune-up or a major replacement, the trusted technicians for Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning will provide fast and reliable service year-round. Plus, with their trusted reputation, they are the technicians that you can trust with your house keys. If your AC is not working properly during the summer months or you need your heater tuned up before winter, call the trusted technicians at Getchman's today, 402-721-6301 in Fremont.
Back at historic Bowler Field in Fremont, Rich Ray with you on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, KHUB, Fremont, Nebraska, FremontMoo.com, and on YouTube on BSDN Live. Firework Friday night coming up right after the ball game here tonight, and we're moving along to the top of the fifth inning where the Fremont Moo might lead it by a score of 11-0, and Tyson Romero has had a very good outing thus far through 4 innings. He's given up 3 hits. He has struck out 9. And he'll face the 7, 8, 9 batters for the Zap, Jared Heck, Yuki Gushi, and Tyler Hoffman. So here's Heck, who's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time. So Romero trying to go to 3-0 on the season. Here's the wind in the first pitch. And that slider swung on a miss. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 the count. Next pitch on the outside corner, called strike 2. It's the count. No balls and 2 strikes to Hack. Next offering on the way, swung on a little bloop to the right side, but Hummel is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So Heck pops up to second base, and there's 1 down here in the 5th inning. So that'll bring to the plate now the right fielder, number 94, Yuki Gushi. Gushi 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time. Here's the wind in the first pitch from Romero. Gushi swings, hits a chopper over to Heyman. He will glove it, sets, and fires across, and it is in time to get Gushi for out number 2. So Gushi is retired 5-3 for the second out here in the top of the 5th inning. 3 pitches and 2 outs for Tyson Romero. And it's going to bring to the plate now the center fielder, Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman is 0 for 1. Romero looking into Trey Nichols doing the catching tonight. First pitch to Hoffman. He swings and misses. And count now, no balls and 1 strike. 0-1 the count on Tyler Hoffman. Next pitch from Romero. Fastball at the knees, called strike 2. So Romero 1 pitch away from making it a quick inning. It's no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 5th. The 0-2 by Romero misses inside. And now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Romero with a quick delivery that time. Now the 1-2 pitch from Romero. Slider swung on a miss, got past Nichols. Nichols will get back, pick it up, throws to first, and it is in time to record the strikeout. So another strikeout for Tyson Romero through 5 innings. He has struck out 10, and the Lincoln native has retired 8 straight batters. And that's going to do it for the Zap in the 5th. Retired in order, 3 up and 3 down. Midway through tonight's ball game, the Fremont Moo lead it 11-0. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Contact the technicians with the G-Force team at Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your heating and AC needs. Whether your unit needs a tune-up or a major replacement, the trusted technicians for Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning will provide fast and reliable service year-round. Plus, with their trusted reputation, they are the technicians that you can trust with your house keys. If your AC is not working properly during the summer months or you need your heater tuned up before winter, call the trusted technicians at Getchman's today, 402-721-6301 in Fremont.
It doesn't get better than Allo Communications in Fremont. Allo Communications offers 100% fiber to the home, internet, TV, and phone service options in Fremont. No more buffering, no more lag, just crazy fast internet and crystal clear TV and phone. Sign up now for a service that best fits your needs. Call 402-459-2055 for residential sales and ask about business sales too. Located at 1640 East 29th in Fremont. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Allo Communications.
Yeah.
We work our way to the bottom of the fifth. The Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap by the score of 11-0. Tyson Romero has looked very solid on the mound. 3 hits, 10 strikeouts through 5 innings of work. So Tyler Hummel will lead things off for the Moo here in the bottom of the fifth. The second baseman. No official at-bat as of yet. First pitch from Clark, and it is inside to Hummel, 1-0. Hummel's been hit by a pitch and scored. He has walked and then got forced out on a ground ball to short down to third base, forcing him off the bags. The 1-0 is on the outside corner for a strike, so the count evens now 1-1 to Tyler Hummel. Final day of the month, June 30th. We're in July tomorrow. Here we go. Here comes the 1-1. Hummel swings, and he's going to poke this one in shallow right. And coming on over, reaching over, and making the catch is Yuki Gushi for out number 1. So Hummel flies to right field, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the fifth. So back to the top of the order now from the Moo. And right fielder Christian Hobbs. Christian tonight, 1 for 2. Singled, hit by a pitch, scored a run, and he popped up to shortstop. Clark to the stretch, and the pitch to Hobbs is outside for a ball. So we take a look at what happened on the state and baseball history in June 30th. Going back to 2018, 5 years ago, Michael Lorenzen homers in a third consecutive at-bat, having done so on June 24th as a pinch hitter and again on June 29th, this time in his normal role as a relief pitcher. Hobbs swings and hits this ball in the air toward right field. Gushi's going back. He is near the track. He looks up, and this one is gone. Christian Hobbs with a solo home run to right field to now make it a 12-0 Fremont Moo lead. And for Hobbs, that is his first home run of the year. So Christian Hobbs, a solo shot just over the right field fence. Third home run of the game for the Moo tonight. And Fremont has put up a dozen. It's now 12-0. So that is going to bring to the plate shortstop Ben Swales. Swales is 1 for 2. First pitch to Swales, and that's going to miss the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. We're talking earlier about Michael Lorenzen. He was the third of his home runs was the most spectacular, however, as it came against Jacob Barnes of the Brewers. As Swales swings at this pitch and misses. The count evens at 1-1. And he did so with the bases loaded in the 7th inning, and again as a pinch hitter. His grand slam was key in the Reds' 12-3 victory back on 2018. Here's a pitch to Swales down low. And the count out, 2 balls and 1 strike to Ben Swales, the shortstop. One out, nobody on. Next pitch. Swales takes this pitch a little high and inside. So the count goes to 3-1. 12 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Moo. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Zap. As Clark takes a little trip back behind the back of the mound here, and we'll toe the slab. Here's the 3-1. Swales swings and pops it in the air right side, fouling out of play. So the count is full. It's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ben Swales. He scored all 3 times tonight. Clark ready? Here it is. And that is behind Swales into the backstop. So that's ball 4. So Swales reaches with 1 out, and that will bring Timon Long to the plate. Going back in history, 6 years ago today, June 30th, the major leagues conclude the month of June with a record 1,101 homers hit during the month. And that beat the previous record of 1,069, which was set in May of 2000. The sluggers doing the most damage were rookie Cody Bellinger, who led all batters with 13, George Springer with 11, and Justin Smoke, and another rookie named Aaron Judge, smashed 10 each. First pitch to Long. And it's down in the dirt, and it bounced up off the mask of home plate umpire and Joe Cassidy, and the wild pitch gets the backstop. So Swales down at second base, and he counted 1 ball, no strikes here on Timon Long. So Swales out in scoring position, the 1-0 to Long. He tried to check his swing, and one that was high and tight and goes through, and he counts 1-1. 77 batters had multi-homer games in the month of June in 2017, including a 4-homer game by the unlikely Scooter Gennett. Remember that name? Back on June 6th. The 1-1. Swing and a miss by Long, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 here on Timon Long. Ben Swales out in scoring position with 1 down. The Moo leading by a score of 12-0. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. 1-2. Next pitch to Long. He swings and hits a bouncing ball to Seagraves at short. He's up with it, tosses across to first, and the throw goes wide. This will allow Swales to score, and Long will stay put at first base. So, a throwing error by Seagraves, the first error of the game. And the Moo now lead it by a score of 13-0. Seagraves did a nice job going to his right, but he threw the ball across his body and could not make the throw accurately. So it's going to bring Jason Williams to the plate. He is 2 for 3, and he's knocked in 5. First pitch to Willers, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Jason Willers. 2 runs are in. The Moo leading 13-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. Clark ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And Willers takes it outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Taking a look on the state in 2016, Giants manager Bruce Bochy makes a rare decision, issuing the use of the designated hitter in a road game against the Athletics to allow pitcher Madison Bumgarner to hit for himself. Here's the 1-1. And it is outside for a ball. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. It turned out to be an inspired move as Bumgarner doubled off Dylan Overton in the 3rd inning, sparking a 6-run outburst as the Giants go on to win 12-6. Last team to have deliberately declined to use the DH was the 1976 Chicago White Sox, who had pitcher Ken Brett bat for himself a few times. Next pitch to Willers is in there for a strike, so the count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jason Willers. Clark's next pitch. Willers swings and fouls it back, and the count remains even up. Also on the state in 2016, Coastal Carolina won the 2016 College World Series when they defeated the University of Arizona 4-3 in Game 3 of the finals after the schools had split the first 2 games. 2-2 on Willers. Clark's next pitch. Willers swings and fouls it back. It was Coastal Carolina's first championship in any sport, and it came in its first appearance in the College World Series. Coastal Carolina. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That wouldn't be a too bad place to just go to school. 2-2. Next pitch. And Willers chased it and taps it foul. On the state in 2015, Chris Sale, making his 100th career start, becomes only the 2nd Major League pitcher to record 10-plus strikeouts in 8 straight games when he whiffs 12 batters in the White Sox 2-1 extra inning victory over the Cardinals at Busch Stadium. The 26-year-old southpaw joins Pedro Martinez, who also accomplished the feat in 1999 with the Red Sox. 2-2 pitch to Willers. He swings, and he hits this ball in the air toward left, down the line, and this ball is going to be gone for a home run. Jason Willers, a 2-run home run inside the foul pole on the left side. He's got a 7 RBI night, a 2-run shot, and it puts the Moo up by a score of 15-0. So Jason Willers, a 4-hit night just like he had a couple of nights ago, and he has brought his bat with him to Fremont. So it's now 15-0. And that'll bring to the plate Henry Heyman. It's the 3rd home run hit off of Daniel Clark. The Moo have hit 4 home runs now in the ballgame. So the Moo have taken out their frustration from the last 3 ball games on the Zap here tonight. They led it 15-0 with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. And here's Henry Heyman, who he homered earlier. First pitch to Heyman, and he takes this one down low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Heyman. His home run was a 2-run home run in the 2nd. The 1-0 from Clark. Outside for a ball. The count now 2 balls and no strikes. Neil Jansen would be next. Clark, a quick little walk behind the pitcher's mound. Now the 2-0. And Heyman hits this one back up the middle in the center field. That's a base hit. So Henry Heyman delivers. He's got his 2nd hit of the ball game, a 1-out single to center field. And the inning will continue now for the Moo. He's to bring center fielder Neil Jansen to the plate. Jansen 1 for 3, singled in the second inning, struck out as well in the second inning, and popped up to short in the fourth. So Clark out of the stretch and the pitch to Jansen. He swings and pops this one up. Right side of the diamond, and who's going to take charge here? And coming all the way over from third base is going to be Heck. Jared Heck makes that catch for out number 2. So Jansen pops up for the second out. And with 2 down, it'll bring to the plate now the Moo left fielder, number 39, Andrew Kirchner. Kirchner 1 for 3 tonight. He had a solo home run in the third inning. And the 4 home runs in a ball game is the high water mark for the Moo this year. Pitch to Kirchner. He swings and misses at a breaking ball inside. No balls and 1 strike. On the state in 2015, rookie Mike Montgomery of the Mariners pitches his second straight shutout and defeating the Padres 5-0 on a 1-hitter. Here's the 0-1. Kirchner is going to chop this one foul, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. The only hit that Montgomery gave up was a double to Yangervis Solarte with 1 out in the 7th inning of that contest. Here's an 0-2. Kirchner swings, and he's going to hit this one foul just wide of first. Count stays at 0-2. On the state in 2014, joining Alan Trammell, who was at the ballpark at the part of the team's celebration of the 30th anniversary of its 1984 World Championship. Rahai Davis becomes just the second Tigers player since World War II to hit a game-ending grand slam with his team trailing by 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. 0-2 here on Kirchner. Next pitch. And he takes called strike 3 at the knees to end the inning. So Clark gets a strikeout, and that will be his second of the evening, and that'll do it for the Moo. But Fremont sends 8 batters to the plate in the 5th inning, scoring a total of 4 runs, and Fremont does it off of 3 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 runner left on base. We're through 5 with the score, Fremont 15, and the Oahe Zap nothing. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Welcome to Fremont and Dodge County, where we invite you to play, shop, stay, and eat. Dodge County is where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Fremont and Dodge County have many hotels, campgrounds, and RV parks to suit any needs. Come explore the hidden treasures scattered throughout these vibrant, small town and sleepy rural villages that harmonize with nearby urban opportunities.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Take a seat right over there. Sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare, and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive.
Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. Rich Ray with you on Big Dog Country, FremontMoo.com, and on YouTube at BSDN Live. It's been all Fremont Moo in the opening game of this 3-game set as the Moo are trying to snap a season-high 4-game losing streak, and they lead it by a score of 15-0 as the Moo have pounded 4 home runs tonight off of 2 Zap pitchers. And Tyson Romero, for the Moo side, has been spectacular. He's only given up 3 hits, and he has struck out 10, and he comes out to begin the 6th. And he'll face the top of the order, Trevor Seagraves, Jackson Mix, and Trenton Dukeshire as the second sprinkler run of the evening wraps up. So here's Trevor Seagraves. He's 1 for 2. Struck out his first time, and he singled in the 3rd inning. So Romero going to work here in the 6th. In the wind of the first pitch. Swung on a foul back. All right, let's get to our trivia question for the night. And you can answer our question by chatting with us online at fremontmoo.com/Mixler. Mixler spelled Mixlr. The 0-1 swung on a hit toward right field. Hobbs coming in, but won't be able to get this one as it falls in for a base hit. And that's the 4th hit of the ball game for the Zap, and Seagraves' second hit of the contest. A leadoff single here in the top of the 6th. And that'll bring second baseman Jackson Mix to the plate. Mix is 1 for 2. He has doubled, and he has struck out looking. So our question tonight is this. Name the Fremont Moo player in the 5-year existence of the franchise that played the most games in 1 year? Here's the first pitch, swung on and foul back. It's no balls and a strike. So name the Fremont Moo player that played the most games in 1 year for the Moo. Who was that player? FremontMoo.com/Mixler, MIXLR, is where you can live chat with us to give us the answer. The count is down, no balls and 2 strikes here on Jackson Mix. Once again, which Fremont Moo player set the record in 1 year for games played? 0-2 here to Jackson Mix. Here's the pitch, and it's tap foul. I'll give you a hint. 59 games. 59 games in 1 year. And if you can tell us who that player was, we'll give you an old-fashioned attaboy. Oh, no balls and 2 strikes there in Jackson Mix. Next pitch is high for a ball. And the count goes to 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll also tell you it was in the first year that the Moo had a ball team. That was 2019. 1-2 the count here on Jackson Mix. Next pitch is swung on a foul back. So one more time. Which player set the record for most games played in a year? And I can tell you it was 59 games in 2019. Who was that player? Let us know on Mixler. And you will be our first Fremont Moo Trivia winner of the season. The 1-2. Just missed the outside corner. So the count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count on Jackson Mix. Trenton Dukeshire would be next. We're in the top of the 6th where the Moo lead it by a score of 15-0. Here's the next pitch just above the hands. And so the count goes full here at 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jackson Mix. Here's a stretch by Tyson Romero. Next pitch, outside for ball 4. So Romero gives up his first walk of the night as that 3-2 pitch missed outside, and runners will be at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. So that'll bring to the plate now the catcher, number 31, Trenton Dukeshire. Dukeshire 0 for 2, flew out to center. He bounced out to short. So Romero looking in to get his sign from Trey Nichols. First pitch to Dukeshire. Slider, a little bit high, and it's now 1-0. So Romero not quite as sharp here in the 6th as he was in the first 5 innings. And this is the look. I think this might be Tyson's longest outing of the year. Here's the 1-0. This pitch is high and inside. The count now goes to 2-0 on Trenton Dukeshire. Again, if you know the answer to our trivia questions, go to our live chat and go ahead and type it in there and let us know who owns the record for most games played in a season for the Fremont Moo. The 2-0. That's high for a ball. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. The number was 59, and it occurred in 2019. So if you know your Moo history, you would know that answer. 3-0 on Trenton Dukeshire. Here's the pitch. And that's high for ball 4. So Romero has loaded up the bases here in the top of the 6th inning. With nobody out. And Connor McGonigal is going to make a mound visit here for the Fremont Moo and chat with Tyson Romero as there is a right-hander that was loosening up in the bullpen just a moment ago. Don't forget to pick up yourself a La Hacienda Happy Hour special, Monday through Thursday from 2 to 5, dine-in only. And you can get great food specials at La Hacienda, like $6 personal La Hacienda fries, $5 personal Nacho Supremes, and $4 elotes. How about for dessert? A $5 fried ice cream like chocolate or vanilla, and $4 sopapillas. That's dine-in only, Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5, La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, 3140 East Elk Lane in Fremont. So the Zap with their first major scoring threat of the evening, bases loaded with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. And it'll bring Jacob Trustner to the plate, the first baseman. Trustner is 0 for 2. And Romero goes to work. And the first pitch is a slider in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Trustner, who has struck out twice, once swinging and once looking. After Trustner, it'll be Carson Trumpold. Here's the 0-1. And that missed inside. The count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. And Tyson looks like he's maybe starting to fatigue just a little bit. 1-1 here to Jacob Trustner. And now the pitch. There's a slider that swung on and fouled down the right side out of play. And the count now goes to 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jacob Trustner, the first baseman. We'll give you the answer to our trivia question coming up in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 to Jacob Trustner. Here's the pitch. Swung on a foul back, so the count stays here at 1-2. The Moo have scored in every inning but the 4th. Run in the first, 7 in the second, 3 in the third, and then 4 more in the 5th inning. Four home runs hit by the Moo tonight. And the Zap now have loaded up the bases with Seagraves at third, Mixes at second, and Dukeshires at first. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The kick and the pitch. Fastball outside corner, called strike 3. Tyson Romero with another strikeout, his 11th strikeout of the night. And there's 1 down here in the 6th inning. So that'll bring to the plate now the designated hitter, Carson Trumpold. Trumpold is 0 for 2. Struck out looking both times. Here's the pitch, swung on, and fouled out of play. Well, I tell you what, we've got a winner in our trivia question. And chatting with us, D. Taylor said it was Brock Reller, and that is correct. Brock Reller was the Fremont Moo player that has set the record for most games played in 1 year with 59 back in 2019. Here's the pitch that's upstairs. And appeal to Jason Sykes. He says no swing, so the count 1-1. So that's right. Brock Reller was the correct answer. Congratulations to D. Taylor, who chatted with us. Here's a 1-1 pitch. A little bloop headed towards second. Hummel's got to pick it up with a bare hand to go to second for 1. Relay to first, and it's in time for a double play. What a reaction by Hummel. That had some nasty spin on it, and he had to go to his right to grab it with his bare hand, get it to Swales, and then over to Long for the double play to end the inning. So Trumpold hits into the 4-6-3 ground-out double play, and that is going to do it for the Zap here in the 6th. In the inning, there were no runs. On 1 hit, there were no errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th with the Fremont Moo lead at 15-0. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hey, Hy-Vee shoppers, this Thursday and Friday right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee. We have some amazing fuel saver specials. Stop by on Thursday for our one-day sale. With every $60 purchase, you will earn a 40-cent fuel saver. And swing by on Friday. It's Thirsty Friday, folks, right here in Wine and Spirits. You'll earn a penny per can on all of our beer and then a 10-cent fuel saver on any 750 milliliter or larger size of spirits and wine. So that means if you buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, you get a 30-cent fuel saver. That's right. It's Thirsty Friday, just in time for the 4th, right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee.
La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack Special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. La Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Call in your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9999 or order online at lahaciendafremont.com. They cater too.
Take a seat right over there. Sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare, and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive.
Back at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, that was a nifty turn double play by the Moo at the top half of the inning on a ball that had some nasty spin on it. Tyler Hummel had to reach back with his bare hand and field it, flipped it over to Ben Swales, who relayed it over to Ben to Timon Long for the 4-6-3 ground-out double play, which ended the Zap top of the 6th inning and keeps the Zap off the scoreboard. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Trey Nichols, Tyler Hummel, and top of the order, Christian Hobbs. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Zap, number 2, Colin Quandy. He's a right-hander from Kishwaukee College. Hometown is Lake in the Hills, Illinois. So Quandy takes over as Daniel Clark ended up going a total of 3 innings, and he gave up a total of 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 of which were earned. And Clark ended up walking 2 batters in his outing, and he struck out 2. He gave up 3 home runs, had 1 wild pitch. So here's Colin Quandy against Trey Nichols. Trey tonight is 1 for 2. First pitch, and Nichols swings and fouls it back. And the count is now no balls and 1 strike on Trey Nichols. Bottom of the 6th inning. I'll tell you what, after those 3.5 to close to 4-hour ball games against the Prospects earlier this week, this seems like this is flying along. 15-0 in favor of the Fremont Moo. Here's the first pitch, the next pitch, and that is high into the backstop. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Quandy's worked 8 1/3 innings this year. He is making his 7th appearance. He is 0-1 on the season. Quandy has given up 15 hits, 23 runs, 16 earned. He has struck out 4 and walked 18. 1-1. Nichols swings and misses. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Quandy has a lofty ERA at 17.28. That's been the one thing that's been the bugaboo for the Zap this year, has been the pitching earned run average, which is 7.32 as a team. Here's the 1-2 to Nichols, and he swings and pops it foul to the right side. The count stays at 1-2. Nichols, Hummel, and Hobbs for the Moo here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Quandy, right-hander, working out of the stretch. 1-2 pitch is behind Nichols to the backstop. And so the count evens. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Earlier this evening, we had our bathroom break, and that was brought to you by Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. When something messy breaks, remember, your duty is our duty at Weesey Plumbing. Call 721-6908. Game 2 of this 3-game set tomorrow night at 7:05. Sunday will be Red, White, and Moo celebrating our nation's independence. 2-2 pitch, misses low and away. It's now 3-2. As fans are encouraged to wear their red, white, and blue, and the Moo players prior to the game will be all decked out. They get involved in that every single year and wear all the colors. Here's the 3-2. And Nichols hits this one off the hands. A little bloop out toward second, and Seagraves goes to his left to make the catch for out number 1. So Nichols pops up to short, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So it's going to bring to the plate the second baseman, number 11, Tyler Hummel. Hummel tonight, 0 for 1. Walked. He's been hit by a pitch and scored. He's walked, and he's flown out to right. So Hummel looking to get things going with 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. The Moo on top, 15-0. First pitch to Hummel on the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Oh and 1 to Tyler Hummel. Next pitch, outside for a ball. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Next pitch on the way, and that is down low. So the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Tyler Hummel. Once again, we appreciate D. Taylor on our Mixler chat, winning our trivia question, and you can chat with us during the ball game as well by going to fremontmoo.com/Mixler. Here's the pitch that Hummel swings and pops up, and Seagraves goes out in shallow left, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So Hummel pops up to short quickly, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll be bring Christian Hobbs back to the plate. So once again, that's fremontmoo.com/Mixler, and Mixler is spelled Mixlr. So here's Hobbs. He's got 2 hits tonight, a single and a home run. He swings to this pitch, and it misses inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Hit a solo homer, did Hobbs, his first of the season, last inning, off Daniel Clark. 1-0 pitch to Hobbs. And he takes this one on the inside part of the plate for a strike, so the count evens up now at 1-1 to Hobbs. The Moo have out-hit the Zap tonight, 12-4. Here's the 1-1. Hobbs swings and hits this one on the ground towards second base. Mix has got it over to first in time for the final out of the inning. So Quandy comes in, and he sets down the Moo in order in the 6th. 3 up, 3 down. So we're through 6 innings of play. And the score remains 15-0 in favor of the Fremont Moo. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hey, Hy-Vee shoppers, this Thursday and Friday right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee, we have some amazing fuel saver specials. Stop by on Thursday for our one-day sale. With every $60 purchase, you will earn a 40-cent fuel saver. And swing by on Friday. It's Thirsty Friday, folks, right here in Wine and Spirits. You'll earn a penny per can on all of our beer, and then a 10-cent fuel saver on any 750 milliliter or larger size of spirits and wine. So that means if you buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, you get a 30-cent fuel saver. That's right, it's Thirsty Friday, just in time for the 4th, right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee.
The Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. The Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Calling your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9909 or order online at lahaciendafremont.com. They cater too.
Condo in Manhattan, baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gonna get to.
We work our way to the 7th inning in historic Moeller Field, where the Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap in Game 1 of this 3-game series, 15-0. And to begin the top of the 7th, it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 batters for Oahe: Colby Rich, Jared Heck, and Yuki Gushi against Tyson Romero as he comes out for the 7th. Tyson has worked 6 innings. He's given up 4 hits, and he struck out 11. Here's the first pitch of the 7th. And a wave and a miss, set a slider. No balls and 1 strike to Colby Rich. Rich is 1 for 2. He singled, and he struck out swinging in the 4th. So Romero into the wind, and now the 0-1. Another slider swung on a miss for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Colby Rich, the left fielder. Thanks for being along with us tonight. Fireworks after the ball game, so those of you watching, you'll be able to see those on our video stream tonight as well. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Tyson Romero, and he has a dozen. 12 strikeouts for Tyson Romero. And there's 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning. So that'll bring to the plate now third baseman number 5, Jared Heck. Heck's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging, and he's popped up to second base. Romero trying to battle back after, I guess you could call it a shaky 6th. The first pitch here is swung on and foul back. No balls and a strike. As Romero allowed the first 3 batters to reach, he got a strikeout, and then he got a 4-6-3 ground-out double play on a nifty play by Tyler Hummel out at second base to start the twin killing. Here's the 0-1, and it is going to miss the outside corner. And the count now is 1 ball and 1 strike on Jared Heck. This ball game is one of 3 that are taking place in the Independence League tonight. Here's Heck going through the zone. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Other games tonight in Spearfish, the Sasquatch have come back. They now lead Hastings. That's 8-5 in the top of the 6th inning. There's the 1-2 from Romero. Swung on it, foul back. It stays 1-2. In Dickinson, Casper is leading Badlands 1-0. That game is in the top of the 6th. So they got a good pitchers duel going on there in the first game of that 3-game set. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Jared Heck. Slider outside. And counting out 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, as we get to twilight now, we're starting to hear all the fireworks go off around Fremont here this evening. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Swung on, little bloop down the right field side, and there's going to be a diving effort by Jason Clark, who I believe is in the ball game now. Down at first. It's a foul ball. Yep, that's Jason Clark, who's now playing first base for the Moo. And just about made it over the shoulder diving catch, but it ends up foul. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Jared Heck. Romero back on top of the rubber, ready to go. Here's the line and the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit out to short, and Swales is able to reach up and snare it for out number 2. So Swales going to his left, hauls it in, and there are 2 down. And Ben's having a nice game tonight and able to put on a show in front of his family that are here to watch him play for the Moo for the first time this summer. So with 2 down, it brings Yuki Gushi to the plate. Gushi is 0 for 2. He struck out, and he's grounded out to third. The wind in the first pitch. Slider in there, called strike. No balls and a strike to Gushi, who's still looking for his first hit of the year. No balls and 1 strike to count. Romero winds, and now the 0-1. And that slider is outside, picked out of the dirt, though, by Trey Nichols. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Yuki Gushi. Next pitch. Fastball and swung on a missed. as Romero blew that one by Gucci, and he's now ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, can Romero get the baker's dozen? Let's see. Here's the line, and now the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No appeal as of yet. It's going to be ruled a ball. And the count is even here on Gucci at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got a good crowd down at the cow pasture tonight that are taking this one in. Down the left side. Brought their lawn chairs out to watch the fireworks later, too. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is 13 strikeouts for Tyson Romero through 7 innings of work, and he has put together a marvelous performance tonight as he retires the Zap in order here in the 7th, 3 up and 3 down. It is stretch time at historic Moeller Field where the Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap 15-0. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
Now that's what a solid piece of wood sounds like. Look just past that left field wall at Moeller Field, you'll see Christensen Lumber, a solid lumber company for nearly a century. And there goes another ball into the lumber yard. Professional builders know Christensen Lumber is their home run hitter for quality materials. More contractors and woodworkers will tell you Christensen Lumber is the best choice to find quality cuts of lumber. Since 1923, Christensen Lumber. It's where the pros go. 714 South Main, just past the left field wall at Moeller Field.
Back at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska, game 1 of a 3-game series on this 4th of July holiday weekend. 4th of July is until Tuesday, but there's going to be nobody working in the next 5 days. As we get set for the bottom of the 7th inning, and Ben Swales will lead things off. Swales has 1 hit, but he has scored 4 times tonight. So Swales steps in against Colin Quandy. The first pitch is going to be upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Ben Swales. Reached on a fielder's choice, hit by a pitch, singled, stole a base, walked, wild pitch, and scored. So he's had a full night, plus made some nice plays defensively. The 1-0 is in the dirt from Quandy, and the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Swales, then we'll see Jason Clark and Jason Willers, the next batters for the Moo. Quandy, the third pitcher of the night for the Zap, the 2-0. And that's high and inside for ball 3. So the count 3 balls and no strikes on Swales. Quandy ready to go. The 3-0 pitch. Swales swings, hits a bouncing ball left of the mound. Going to be a tough play for Seagraves. He fields, throws on the run, and it is in time to get Swales by a whisker down at first base, who was flying down the line. Seagraves has shown some nice athleticism out at shortstop for Oahe, and he makes the play there for the first out of the inning. So this is going to bring to the plate the new right fielder, Jason Clark. Clark came in to play first in the 6th inning, so he'll get an at-bat. The first pitch to Clark, he swings, pops this ball in the air down the left field line. Long run for 3 Zap players, and it'll be caught out and left. So Clark flies out to left field for the 2nd out of the inning. And it'll bring the Moo's Jason Willers to the plate. The ball caught by Colby Rich out in left field. Willers has had a night for the ages. He is 3 for 4, and he has 7 runs batted in. He's got a 3-run double, an RBI ground out, an RBI single, and a 2-run home run. So Quandy's first pitch to Willers. He swings and misses. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 to the Davenport, Iowa native, as Willers will try to get something going with 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Quandy now set. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Willers swings and misses that one as well, and he's down on the count at no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Jason Willers. If he reaches, we'll see Darius Blassingame in the on-deck circle. So Darius, who is mostly a pitcher, Might get a chance to swing the bat for the second time this year. Here's the 0-2. Willer swings, hits this one out towards short. One hopper to Seagraves. He'll set and throw, and it is in time to get Willers for the final out of the inning. So Willers grounds to shortstop, and Quandy has come in, and he has retired all 6 batters that he has faced since he's entered the contest. And that'll do it for the Moo in the 7th. 3 up and 3 down. We're through 7 innings of play. The Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap 15-0. Back of the more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Fremont's place to be is the LA Fireproof Door Company. Beer, booze, burgers, and other stuff. Located at 325 North Main Street in downtown Fremont. Stop by and check out their awesome menu. The door is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Plus, the grill is open all hours the door is open. All items on the menu are available for takeout. Call 402-727-8911 to place your order. To see what's happening at the door, follow them on Facebook. That's the LA Fireproof Door Company, downtown Fremont. If you're in need of lawn equipment products or repair, contact the professionals at Extreme Outdoor Power at 805 South Broad Street in Fremont. Bring in your lawn equipment and get a same-day free estimate. Call 402-721-1905 for more information or to set up an appointment. Plus, check out the power equipment accessories Extreme Outdoor Power has available. You'll see why Extreme Outdoor Power is the #1 choice for lawn mowers, competitive pricing, customer care, financing, and free estimates. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 9 to 3. Extreme Outdoor Power, where they don't sell just mowers, they sell lifestyles. Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. We work our way to the top of the 8th inning, where the Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap by a score of 15-0. Tyson Romero's night is done. A marvelous performance this evening as he goes 7 innings, giving up 4 hits, and he walked 1 and struck out 13 batters, had 1 wild pitch. And so Tyson Romero in position for his 3rd win of the year. And he hands things over now to Moo newcomer, Evan Kleinhans. Kleinhans wears number 35. He's 6'3", 180 pounds, a right-hander from Columbia University, where he's a freshman. His hometown is Berkeley, California. And this will be our first look at Evan Kleinhans on the mound now for the Fremont Moo. He is a collegiate teammate of Jagger Edwards, both also a pitcher for the Moo at Columbia University. So Kleinhans will take to the mound for the first time for the Moo here tonight. The Moo have been in control of this one. Scored a run in the first, 7 in the second, and didn't look back. They've hit 4 home runs tonight off of 2 of the 3 Oahe Zap pitchers. So Kleinhans continues to warm up here, and we'll take a look at a few scores for you in Major League Baseball. In the top of the 5th inning, the Minnesota Twins lead the Baltimore Orioles 8-0. A happy night for Kelly Johnson, and poor Jonathan's got to hear it all the way home back to Wahoo tonight. Top of the 9th, Milwaukee leads Pittsburgh by a score of 7-5. We're in the bottom of the 7th in Texas, where Houston leads the Texas Rangers by a score of 5-3. So Evan Kleinhans will get ready to face Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman's 0 for 2. He's bounced out to 3rd, and he struck out swinging his 2nd time. So Hoffman will get ready to step in, and we'll see the first pitch in the Moo career of Evan Kleinhans. First pitch is swung on and foul back. No balls and 1 strike. Other games in the bigs tonight. Bottom of the 6th inning at Kauffman Stadium. The Dodgers lead the Royals 5-3. They're in the bottom of the 7th in Denver, where the Rockies lead the Tigers 8-3. 1 strike to count here on Tyler Hoffman. Next pitch by Kleinhans is a slider that is low and away. And the count evens. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the 2nd inning in Los Angeles, the Diamondbacks lead the Angels at 1-0. Here's the wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way now. And that fastball is low and away. And it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. In Oakland, they're in the top of the 2nd. The White Sox lead the A's 1-0. Those are games that are currently in progress. Everything else is a final from earlier today. Here's the line, the 2-1 to Hoffman. Pitch is swung on and chopped foul, right side. So the count evens, it's 2-2. Cubs were winners earlier today over Cleveland, 10-1. Cincinnati defeated San Diego 7-5 in 11 innings. It was the Nationals over the Phillies by a score of 2-1. The Red Sox shut out the Blue Jays by a score of 5-0. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tyler Hoffman. Next pitch. Swing, and that late swing fouled off to the right side. And it had Trevor Seagraves in the on-deck circle bailing. He is now on his backside, lost his helmet, looks to his teammate and says, hit it between the lines. 2-2 the count here on Hoffman. Next pitch. Slider, missed. And so the count goes full here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Other finals today, the Giants over the Mets 5-4. And the Braves defeated the Marlins 16-4. 3-2 on Hoffman. Next pitch. Fastball at the knees, called strike 3. So Evan Kleinhans has his first strikeout as a Fremont Moo player. And there's 1 down here in the 8th. So back to the top of the order with the shortstop, Trevor Seagraves. Seagraves is 2 for 3 tonight. He's got 2 of the Zap 4 hits, singling in the 3rd and in the 6th. Seagraves is a nice player. He's shown a lot of leather out at shortstop, and he's a spark at the top of the lineup for the Zap. First pitch inside for a ball. And the count now 1 ball and no strikes. Seagraves out of Valencia, California, plays his ball at Ottawa University in Arizona. 1 ball and no strikes here on Trevor Seagraves. Kleinhans to the wind and the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Count evens at 1-1. Well, the heralded Yankees and Cardinals matchup tonight in Busch Stadium in St. Louis rained out. They'll make that up coming up tomorrow. 1-1 to Seagraves. Fastball caught the outside corner, called strike 2. One other game to get started in just a little bit will be in Seattle, where the Mariners host the Tampa Bay Rays. And that's the Major League Baseball scoreboard. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Trevor Seagraves. Kleinhans' pitch is a breaking ball, low and away. Count evens up now at 2-2. Tyson Romero went the first 7, struck out 13. 2-2 now on Seagraves. The wind, the next pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the right. The count stays put here at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, if the weather holds off, the Moo will be in quite a stretch of ball games here. Starting from Tuesday earlier this week, they would go all the way until Wednesday next week before they have next Thursday off. There's the wind and the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and bouncing ball deep in the hole. It's short. Swales can't come up with it. And that is going to be a base hit here for Seagraves. So it's going to be a base hit for Trevor Seagraves. And that'll be his 3rd hit of the contest.
Tonight's beer batter number 4, Jackson Nix. If he strikes out, all beer goes down.
So runner at first with 1 down. And that's going to bring to the plate the second baseman, Jackson Mix. Mix is 1 for 2. He's doubled, struck out looking, and drawn a walk. Kleinhans out of the stretch and the pitch. And this ball swung on and hit in the air toward right field. Darius Blasingame playing right, and now will go on over and drops the baseball. Can't make the catch. So the runner will go from first all the way over to third. Here comes the throw, and the tag will not be in time, and everybody's going to be safe. So runners are at second and third on the error by a Blasingame out in right field. That's the first error on the Moo here this evening. So Jackson Mix reaches on the air. The Moo have got some subs out there defensively here now. And here's Trenton Dukeshire. That will step to the plate. Dukeshire is 0 for 2. So runners are at second and third with 1 down. And Kleinhans will work out of the windup. The pitch is going to be high for a ball. It looks as though that Connor Peterson is now playing third base for the Moo. Blasingame is out in right field. Comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's a wild pitch to the backstop. But there will be no advancement from Trevor Seagraves. And the count is 2 balls and no strikes here on Trenton Dukeshire. We're in the top of the 8th. The Moo lead it by a score of 15-0. And Evan Kleinhans gets ready to go back to work here on Dukeshire. 2-0. Here's the line, the 2-0 pitch. Swung on. This one is hit to left. Well, Kirchner's going to go back, and he will make the catch for the second out. The runner from third will tag. The throw comes into third, and the Zap are on the board. So it is a sacrifice fly to left field for Trenton Dukeshire for the second out of the inning. And scoring was Trevor Seagrave. So it's now 15-1. And this will bring Jacob Trustner to the plate. Trustner is 0 for 3. He has struck out 3 times. Here's the first pitch. And it's in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Jacob Trustner. So the Zap find the scoreboard here in the 8th. Now making it 15-1. Kleinhans is set. Now the 0-1. And that's a wild pitch in the dirt. Nichols has trouble finding it. And on the wild pitch, it allows Jackson Mix to get down to third base on the play. So runner at third. The count is even up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. If Trustner reaches, then we'll see Carson Trumpold coming up next. Kleinhans back to the windup with a runner at third. Here's the 1-1. And a slider is outside, got past Nichols, and coming home and scoring on the play will be Jackson Mix, and that will be a pass ball as Nichols unable to glove it cleanly. So that makes it 15-2. And the count here on Jacob Trestner is 2 balls and 1 strike. Kleinhand's next pitch. Outside. So the count is 3-1. 3-1 here on Jacob Trestner. 15-2, the Moo lead it, top of the 8th. The wind, the 3-1. And that's outside and low for ball 4. So Trustner will draw a 2-out walk, and the inning continues here for the Zap. As that is going to now bring to the plate the designated hitter, number 28, Carson Trumpold. Trumpold is 0 for 2, struck out looking twice, and then hit into a 4-6-3 ground-out double play on a nice play by Tyler Hummel to start that double play. First pitch to Trumpold, fastball in there for a strike from Kleinhans. So the count, no balls and 1 strike. If he reaches, then Colby Rich would be next. Runner at first base is Jacob Trustner. Throw on over, we'll chase him back. So, again, there are still things that at times that you would think you wouldn't necessarily need to do, but in a developmental summer league like this one is, got to still work on all parts of your game. As this pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, it's 0-2. In a normal situation, you wouldn't really necessarily throw one over to first when you're up 15-2, but Kleinhans, his first appearance for the Moo, again, got to work on that pickoff over at first to stay sharp. Here's the stretch, and now the 0-2. That slider way outside. Nichols just got a piece of it. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Carson Trumpold. Move out, hit the Zap by a count of 12-5 tonight. Both teams have committed 1 error. Here's the stretch by Kleinhans. Long set. Now the 1-2. Fastball in the dirt, and Nichols was able to backhand it and keep it near, and there's no advancement there by Trustner. So the count is even up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count on Carson Trumpold. Kleinhans trying to finish up here this 8th inning. Kleinhans with the long set, and now the pitch. Fastball misses outside, so the count goes full. So the count is full. It is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kleinhans getting set. Now the 3-2 as the runner goes. Missed the outside corner for ball 4. So Trumpold will draw the walk. Second consecutive walk given up by Evan Kleinhans, and that puts runners at first and second here with 2 down. And that's going to bring to the plate the left fielder, number 8, Colby Rich. Well, the Moo are trying to cap this one off with an impressive victory here tonight and give the fans something to cheer about tonight, not only on the field but afterward as well with the fireworks tonight. It was the first pitch to Colby Rich is in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Rich, who is 1 for 3. He singled in the second inning. No balls and 1 strike. Kleinhans kicks and delivers. And this pitch is at the top of the zone for called strike 2. So Rich ahead in the count out. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 down with runners at first and second. Kleinhans hands right above the belt. Checks the runners. And the 0-2. Fastball outside. Nichols able to snare it. 1-2 now the count on the Zap left fielder. Set position here for Kleinhans, ready to go again. Now the 1-2. Way outside, and a wild pitch to the backstop. So that'll put runners at second and third. That's the second wild pitch by Kleinhans in his appearance. The count is even here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kleinhans ready one more time. Long set and the 2-2. Fastball outside corner, called strike 3 to end the inning. So Kleinhans battles back, gets a strikeout, his second in his appearance. And that is going to do it for the Zap here in the 8th inning. In the inning, the Zap do score 2 runs, and they do it on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there were 2 runners left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, where the Moo lead it by a score of 15-2. Back in the morning moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Tommy's Express Car Wash on East 23rd in Fremont. Have you given the Unlimited Tommy Club a try? Just download the Tommy's Express app, and guess what? When you download it now, you get your first month free. That's the Tommy Club, keeping your car clean every day. Wash as many times as you want each month. The Tommy Club starts at just $24.99 per month. Sign up today at Tommy's Express Car Wash in Fremont.
When does a moment become life-changing? How can today make the difference for tomorrow? When envisioning what kind of future is possible, the challenges never stop. And neither do we. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Welcome back to historic Moeller Field. We go to the bottom of the 8th, where the Fremont Moo are leading the Oahe Zap 15-2, and Darius Blasingame now will swing a bat. He came in and played right field earlier. And the first pitch to Blasingame misses for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to the St. Petersburg, Florida native. He swings, and he's going to hit this one to the left side, where it's going to be fielded at third. Heck will toss it across, and it is in time to get Blasingame for out number 1. So Blasingame grounds to third. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that will bring to the plate now the center fielder, number 31, Neil Jansen.
Back for your Moo, number 31, Neil Jansen.
Jansen tonight has gone 1 for 4. Singled and scored in the second inning. Struck out, and he's popped up twice. Colin Quandy, since he's come in the ballgame, he's retired 7 straight batters. And Jansen swings, and he pokes this one foul all the way down into the cow pasture where the fans are sitting in the bleachers. And at the last moment, they had to put their hands up and protect themselves. Oh, my. No balls and 1 strike here on Neil Jansen. That wakes you up if you're kind of dozing off down there in the pasture. 0-1 here on Jansen. Quandy is ready. The 0-1 pitch. Jansen takes this one down low. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. When we get to the 9th, the Zap will have the 7, 8, and 9 batters that'll be coming to the plate. We'll see if Kleinhans will get a chance to finish it. The 1-1 outside. And the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike here on Neil Jansen. 2-1 the countdown. Quandy ready. Here it is. Jansen swings, and he pulls this one down the left field side, and that's going to be a fair ball as that one hops up against the fence. Jansen's around first. He's on his way towards second, and he will be in there standing up with the double. Neil Jansen showing his strength, able to turn on that pitch and one hop it off the left field fence. So Jansen with a couple hits tonight. He's in scoring position with 1 down. And that is going to bring a pinch hitter to the plate, and this is going to be number 23, Kai Taylor. Kai Taylor, a Moo pitcher, is going to swing a bat here for the Moo. Let's see pinch hits here in the 8th. So Taylor, this will be his first at-bat this season. He played in 1 game as a position player last year and actually caught the last game of the regular season against Hastings last year. So Taylor steps to the plate. First pitch, and it's going to be low and away for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Kai Taylor. Out at second base, Neil Jansen with 1 down. Here's the stretch and the 1-0 pitch. Taylor bends away from 1 high. The count now is 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 on Kai Taylor with Trey Nichols on deck. Kai, of course, a pitcher at Augustana University in Sioux Falls. 2-0. Taylor, big swing and a miss. And it's strike 1. He was thinking home run and came up short. 2-1 here on Kai Taylor. Here's the stretch. Next pitch to Taylor. He swings and pops this ball into the air to left field. Rich is underneath it. He'll make the catch for out number 2. So Taylor flies out to left for the second out of the inning. So there are 2 down, and that's going to bring to the plate now for the Moo. Catcher Trey Nichols. Trey tonight has gone 1 for 3, walked, singled, scored twice. Neil Jansen remains out at second base after a double. So Colin Quandy brings this pitch home, and Nichols swings and misses for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Trey Nichols. The double that Jansen hit broke up a streak of 7 straight batters that Quandy had retired since he entered the game. The 0-1. Fastball in the outside corner for strike 2. So Quandy ahead and Nichols down. No balls and 2 strikes. Quandy toes the rubber and leans in to get his sign. He's ready. Long sent, the 0-2 pitch, and Nichols swings, and he pops this one in the air, foul, which will be backing out of play into the stands to our left. It's the count 0-2 here on Nichols. 15 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Moo this evening. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Zap. 0-2. Next pitch in the dirt, and Dukes are able to block that one. And count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Don't forget, Game 2 of the series tomorrow night at 7:05. We're on the air at 6:45 tomorrow night, and it's our Salute to Service Saturday. Here's the 1-2. Nichols swings and hits this ball in the air down the right side, slicing out of play, foul ball. The count will stay at 1-2. So the Moo about to snap their 4-game losing streak and pick up their first win in the second half of the schedule. 1-2 on Trey Nichols. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be high and outside for ball 2. The count's evened up on Trey at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hoffman playing shallow in center field and just to the left of straightaway second base. The 2-2. Nichols hits this one on the ground to the right side. Going to be a tough play. Picked up at first, the throw on over, and it is in time as Quandy was able to get his foot on the bag for the final out of the inning. So Nichols grounds out 3-1 for out number 3. In the inning for the Moo, no runs, 1 hit, and that was the 1-out double by Neil Jansen. No errors and 1 runner left on base. Last chance for the Zap. We go to the top of the 9th. The Moo lead at 15-2. We're back with more in a moment. You're listening to Fremont Moo Baseball. For top-notch trash pickup that is timely and professional, contact the pros at S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse in Fremont. Whether it's residential and commercial trash pickup you need, S2 is there for you. They also provide recycling services plus yard waste disposal. For big projects, contact S2 about roll-offs to get the job done efficiently. Make sure to refer a friend to sign up for S2 services. If your friend mentions your name, you'll get 2 months of free service. It's just another way of saying thank you for choosing S2. Located at 439 North Main Street, call 402-727-6806 to sign up today. S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Keel's Barbershop is a proud sponsor of the Fremont Moo. Established in 1973, Keel's is a men's old-fashioned barbershop with a relaxed atmosphere where you don't need to make an appointment. They do haircuts for all ages. Keel's is located at 88 West 6th Street in downtown Fremont. Call 402-727-9005. Keel's Barbershop, as good as the best, better than the rest. Play Powerball and Mega Billions from the Nebraska Lottery. You have a chance to win millions. Not only does the Nebraska Lottery give you a chance at winning it big, the Nebraska Lottery is given back to the state in the tune of $923 million. Play Trucks and Bucks for a chance to win one of 8 blue Ford F-150s. Chances of winning are 1 in 336,000. Powerball drawings occur on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday nights. Other games included a Nebraska Pick 5, Lucky for Life, Pick 3, My Day, and 2x2. Stop by a Nebraska Lottery retailer and pick up a ticket or one of the many scratch-off games that are available. The Nebraska Lottery. Must be 19. Please play responsibly. If you are in need of electrical services in the eastern Nebraska area, contact Fremont Electric Company. They provide free estimates, are competitively priced, and same-day services available. Fremont Electric employs top-quality electricians. In business since 1974, Fremont Electric provides installation and repair services for your industrial property, plus top-of-the-line installations for commercial properties as well, serving Fremont, Blair, and surrounding areas. Fremont Electric is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. with 24-hour service available. Call 402-727-4932. Fremont Electric. Back at historic Moeller Field, we go to the top of the ninth. Last chance for the Oahe Zap as the Fremont Moo lead it by a score of 15-2. And the Moo will bring in their third arm of the night, and this will be Jacob Ortiz, the 5'11", 166-pound right-hander out of Saracoso Community College, a sophomore. The hometown is Tucson, Arizona. Ortiz has pitched 2/3 of an inning this season. He has had one appearance, and he has no record. Ortiz has not given up a hit, but he's given up 3 runs, all earned. He is looking for his first strikeout. He has walked 3, and the ERA is a hefty one at 31.5. So Ortiz looking to work on that as he will face Jared Heck, who will begin things in the top of the ninth inning. First pitch from Ortiz is a fastball to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes to count here on Jared Heck. Heck tonight 0 for 3. He's struck out, he has popped up, and he's lined out to short. And that ball got away, and so Joe Cassidy's got to go pick it up, and we'll resume this at-bat here in the ninth. Right after this ball game's done, stand by for our post-game report, and when I announce that, you'll get a chance to look at all the fireworks taking place in tonight's Fireworks Friday. Ortiz's 1-0 pitch, and that's high, and bounces off the glove of Nichols to the backstop as well, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. So 0-2 the count. Ortiz, as I mentioned, 1 appearance, and in his first appearance, he came in and quickly got out of an inning, and he started the second inning and just couldn't find the strike zone. So see if he can make the adjustment here. This pitch is swung on and fouled off, and that got Joe Cassidy. And that got home plate umpire Joe Cassidy very, very strongly. And Joe is going to walk all the way over to the Fremont Moo dugout here, and he is going to head into the dugout. It was a pitch that was down and in, swung on and missed, and it bounced up over Trey Nichols, and it caught Joe Cassidy, I think, somewhere near the Adam's apple. Yep, that's what he is working on right now, as he's walking back and forth trying to shake off that sting. So that's part of the unfortunate thing about being back behind the plate is that happens. And just a pitch that was down and in that Nichols tried to make contact with and couldn't, and the pitch was swung on a miss, and that caught up and got Joe right underneath the mask. So a little time for Joe Cassidy to shake that off. And now he's back out of the dugout, and we'll head on back to home plate. You know that one had to hurt because of the umpires that we have here. Joe is probably the bodybuilder of all the umpires. I mean, he's really put together and is in great shape. And that one stung. So he is back out after a quick check as he was looked at by the athletic trainer. And so the at-bat will continue here. 2 balls and strike here on Jared Heck. Ortiz is set. The next pitch. That's a fastball high. And the count now goes to 3-1 on Heck. Yuki Gushi is in the on-deck circle. Ortiz brings the hands down to the belt. Now the 3-1. And that fastball is high for ball 4. So Jared Heck draws a base on balls. And that will now bring to the plate the right fielder and Yuki Gushi. Gushi 0 for 3 tonight. And on the season now, he's 0 for 22. And let's see if Ortiz can get the first out here of the 9th. Stretched by Ortiz, and the pitch. Fastball, and it's in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Yuki Gushi. Tyler Hoffman, the center fielder, is in the on-deck circle. The Moo trying to close this one out, leading 15-2 here in the top of the 9th. The 0-1 from Ortiz. Fastball, swung on a missed for strike 2. So Ortiz ahead in the count on Gushi. No balls and 2 strikes. Ortiz a look on over to first base. Now brings the hands to the belt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to right center, and coming on over is Blasingame, and he'll make the catch for round number 1. So Gushi flies out to right field, and there's 1 down here in the top of the 9th inning. So that's going to bring to the plate center fielder number 88, Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman has gone 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded out, struck out, and then against Kleinhans, struck out looking, so 2 strikeouts on the evening. So Ortiz brings the hands to the belt. First pitch to Hoffman. Fastball in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Hoffman. Top of the order, Trevor Seagraves. Scheduled to bat next, but it looks like there's a pinch hitter, and Eric Lemberg, who's in the on-deck circle. 1 strike here on Hoffman. Next pitch, a little bit high. The count evens up now at 1-1. A ball and a strike on Hoffman. A win by the Moo would put the Moo up on the Zap 4-0 on the season. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit off the hands, out towards Swales, makes the catch, throws back to first, and it is in time, a double play to end the ball game, and the Cow jumps over the moon as the Fremont Moo have defeated the Oahe Zap by the final score of 15-2. Hoffman hits into the line-out 6-3 double play, and that'll do it here in the 9th inning. For the Zap, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Again, the final score, Fremont 15 and the Oahe Zap 2. Stand by. The post-game report is coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Play Powerball and Mega Billions from the Nebraska Lottery. You have a chance to win millions. Not only does the Nebraska Lottery give you a chance at winning it big, the Nebraska Lottery is given back to the state in the tune of $923 million. Play Trucks and Bucks for a chance to win one of 8 blue Ford F-150s. Chances of winning are 1 in 336,000. Powerball drawings occur on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday nights. Other games included a Nebraska Pick 5, Lucky for Life, Pick 3, My Day, and 2x2. Stop by a Nebraska Lottery retailer and pick up a ticket or one of the many scratch-off games that are available. The Nebraska Lottery. Must be 19. Please play responsibly. If you are in need of electrical services in the eastern Nebraska area, contact Fremont Electric Company. They provide free estimates, are competitively priced, and same-day services available. Fremont Electric employs top-quality electricians. In business since 1974, Fremont Electric provides installation and repair services for your industrial property, plus top-of-the-line installations for commercial properties as well, serving Fremont, Blair, and surrounding areas. Fremont Electric is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. with 24-hour service available. Call 402-727-4932. Fremont Electric. Pop open a crisp, cool, refreshing Coors Light. As cold as the Rockies. Mountain cold refreshment. Cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. Coors Light. Cold lager below freezing for a lighter, crisper taste. Cold filtered for a bright appearance and cold packaged for peak refreshment. When the mountains turn blue on your Coors Light can or bottle, it's as cold as the Rockies. Enjoy a Coors Light today. Must be 21 or over. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Contact the technicians with the G-Force team at Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your heating and AC needs. Whether your unit needs a tune-up or a major replacement, the trusted technicians for Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning will provide fast and reliable service year-round. Plus, with their trusted reputation, they are the technicians that you can trust with your house keys. If your AC is not working properly during the summer months or you need your heater tuned up before winter, call the trusted technicians at Getchman's today, 402-721-6301 in Fremont.
It doesn't get better than Allo Communications in Fremont. Allo Communications offers 100% fiber to the home, internet, TV, and phone service options in Fremont. No more buffering, no more lag, just crazy fast internet and crystal clear TV and phone. Sign up now for a service that best fits your needs. Call 402-459-2055 for residential sales and ask about business sales too. Located at 1640 East 29th in Fremont. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Allo Communications.
Welcome to Fremont and Dodge County, where we invite you to play, shop, stay, and eat. Dodge County is where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Fremont and Dodge County have many hotels, campgrounds, and RV parks to suit any needs. Come explore the hidden treasures scattered throughout these vibrant, small town and sleepy rural villages that harmonize with nearby urban opportunities.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont, where the Fremont Moo snapped their 4-game losing streak as they defeat the Oahe Zap tonight in commanding fashion by the final score of 15-2. The Moo tonight, a total of 15 runs on 13 hits, committing 1 error and stranding 6 base runners. Oahe had a total of 2 runs off 5 hits, committing 1 error and stranding 7 base runners. Winning pitcher in the ballgame tonight was the Moo's Tyson Romero. He's now 3-0 in the season. The sophomore out of Nebraska Wesleyan went 7 innings. He gave up 4 hits, 1 walk, struck out 13, and had 1 wild pitch. Evan Kleinhans, in his first appearance as a member of the Moo, went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs that were unearned, walked 2, struck out 2, and had 2 wild pitches. And Jacob Ortiz came in to finish up the 9th inning, and he walked 1 batter. For the Oahe Zap, starting pitcher and John Patty suffers the loss. Patty's now 0-1. He went 2 innings, giving up 5 hits, 8 runs all earned. He walked 1, struck out 2, gave up a home run, had 4 wild pitches, and hit 3 batters. Daniel Clark pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, walked 2, struck out 2, gave up 3 home runs, and a wild pitch. And Colin Quandy came in, and he pitched 3 solid innings for the Zap as he gave up just 1 hit in those 3 innings of work. 15-2, the Moo win it as Fremont got on the board in the bottom of the first inning as Christian Hobbs led off with a single. Ben Swales then reached on a fielder's choice. Timon Long singled, and then Jason Willers hit an RBI ground out back to the pitcher for the second out of the inning, which scored Swales to put the Moo up 1-0. Then the Moo exploded in the second inning as they sent 10 batters to the plate. Neil Jansen led off with a single. 2 batters later, Trey Nichols walked. Tyler Hummel was hit by a pitch, as was Christian Hobbs and Ben Swales. All 3 were hit by pitches in 3 successive plate appearances. And then 2 batters later, Jason Willers hit a 3 RBI double. And then Henry Heyman followed up with a 2-run home run. And that put the Moo up by a score of 8-0. The Moo would add 3 more runs in the bottom of the third as Andrew Kirchner led off against reliever Daniel Clark, hitting a solo home run to right field. Trey Nichols would single. Then Tyler Hummel drew a walk. 2 batters later, Ben Swales singled. And then Timon Long reached on a fielder's choice, which knocked in a run. Jason Willers then delivered an RBI single to bring in another run. And the Moo then led it by a score of 11-0 after 3 innings of play. The Moo would add 4 more runs in the 5th. With 1 down, Christian Hobbs hit his first home run of the season, a solo shot to right field. Ben Swales walked. Timon Long reached on an error, and then Jason Willers hit a 2-run home run to left for his second home run of the season. Henry Heyman later would single, and with 4 more runs coming across, the Moo led it by a score of 15-0. The Zap would get 2 runs in the 8th against Moo newcomer Evan Kleinhaus, but they were unearned runs. With 1 down, Trevor Seagraves singled, and then Jackson Mix hit a fly ball to right that Darius Blassingame had trouble with in the lights and dropped it. And Trenton Dukeshire then delivered a sacrifice fly, which scored a run, and then a pass ball brought in a second run as well to make it 15-2. In the 9th, Jacob Ortiz came on, and he walked Jared Heck to begin the inning, but he got Yuki Gushi to fly out to right, and then Tyler Hoffman hit into a line out to Ben Swales at short, who then doubled off Heck back at first base for the final out of the ball game, and the Moo win it by the final score of 15-2. The Moo, offensively tonight, a big night. Christian Hobbs goes 2 for 4 with a home run and an RBI. Timon Long goes 1 for 4 with an RBI. Jason Willers with a huge night. He goes 3 for 5 on the evening with 7 runs batted in with a home run. Henry Heyman was 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in and a home run. Neil Jansen goes 2 for 5, and Andrew Kirchner went 1 for 4 with a solo home run. The Zap on the evening were led by Trevor Seagraves. He goes 3 for 4, and Trenton Dukeshire was 0 for 3, but knocked in a run. 15-2. The Moo win this one, and Fremont snaps its 4-game losing skid and picks up its first victory in the second half of the schedule, as Fremont is now 18-10 on the year and 1-3 in the second half of the league. The Oahe Zap have now dropped 3 in a row. The Zap are 6-25 and 1-3 in league play. Time to announce our Goodwood Award, presented by Christensen Lumber. Christensen Lumber is 100 years strong, and they're located just beyond left field at historic Moeller Field in Fremont on South Main Street. That's Christensen Lumber. Tonight's award goes to Jason Willers, the Davenport, Iowa native out of Morningside. Another big night, 3 for 5 at the plate. He was a triple away from the cycle once again, and he had 7 runs batted in. Jason Willers gets the Goodwood Award presented by Christensen Lumber. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the other action in the Independence League Baseball Association tonight. Game still in progress in Spearfish, South Dakota. They are in the top of the 9th, where the Sasquatch lead the Hastings Sodbusters by a score of 8-6. In Dickinson, North Dakota, they are in the top of the 9th inning, where Casper and Badlands are tied at 1. That's the action from the Independent Baseball League Association tonight. Let's go to the Major League Baseball scoreboard, where there are a handful of games still in progress. Midway through the 7th inning in Baltimore, Minnesota leads the Orioles 8-1. They're in the middle of the 8th inning in Kansas City, where the Dodgers lead the Royals 9-3. Top of the 4th in Los Angeles, the Diamondbacks lead the Angels 5-0. Top of the 4th in Oakland, the A's lead the White Sox 4-1. They're in the bottom of the 2nd in Seattle, where the Mariners lead the Tampa Bay Rays 2-0. Finals from earlier today, the Cubs defeat the Cardinals. The Cubs defeat the Guardians 10-1. Cincinnati over San Diego 7-5 in 11 innings. It was the Nationals over the Phillies 2-1. The Pirates defeat the Brewers 8-7. It was the Red Sox shutting out the Blue Jays 5-0. Giants over the Mets 5-4. The Braves defeat the Marlins 16-4. The Astros over the Rangers 5-3. The Rockies over the Tigers 8-5. The Yankees at Cardinals game was postponed, and they'll make that up coming up tomorrow. Final score here tonight here at historic Moeller Field in Fremont. It was the Fremont Moo 15 and the Oahe Zap 2. Join us again tomorrow for Game 2 of the series. It gets underway at 7:05, with our coverage being at 6:45, and it's Salute to Service Night, as all active and retired military personnel get in for free. Many recognition to the military folks throughout the ball game as well, and great specials taking place on your Saturday night as well. So join us for that tomorrow night at 7:05 at historic Moeller Field in Fremont. Get your tickets early. Go to fremontmoo.com/tickets for more information. Thanks to our sponsors who made the broadcast possible tonight. We appreciate all the help from our video crew this evening, from Kelly Johnson and Jonathan Johnson. I'm Rich Ray. Once again, the final score in tonight's ball game, it was the Fremont Moo 15 and the Oahe Zap 2. Until next time, this is Rich Ray saying good evening and so long from historic Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska.
The preceding broadcast has been a presentation of Fremont Moo Baseball. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.